but snakes eat rats. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're rats, not monkeys.
So
Right,
shall
there's
we?
some psycho- if
Shall
there's
we
a
get
bunch
started
of rats
then?
and a mongoose down here.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You get,
last
hamster
session.
versions of, like Skaven, hamster Skaven, the German Skaven.
So last session, you guys travelled down into the sewers, and you went to investigate the old temple that Antarius had found last time he'd gone down there. Runk and Witold encountered a terrible demon of Zinch, but managed to slay it with comical efficiency.
Yeah!
Well, did they slay it, or did it just do a Zinchy thing and disappear because it was
Oh.
going to lose?
Who knows?
Brett and Salty.
It after investigating the area, you found that there was a large copper ring surrounding what looked like a ritual circle of some description. There may have been other clues in the area, but you didn't find them. After the rest of you all regrouped, you travelled further down the path to find out what was going on with Gottri's corpse, and to also see, perhaps, if you were able to find that grey rat that had been eluding you. As you travelled down that path, you came into abrupt contact with a large pack of unusually large rats.
I'd just like to point out that the collective noun for rats is a mischief, and I think we should refer to that as them from now on.
Okay, understood. You have encountered a mischief of Skaven, who were apparently surrounding the corpse doing something, probably obscene to it, before you arrived. And it looks like a combat is about to start. There is one rat among them wearing a heavily bolted together suit of plates and metal and scrap iron. And he wields a rather large halberd. He's bigger than the rest of the rats nearby, and presumably his strength and size, among such a primitive social structure, one would assume that he might indeed be in charge, as he demonstrates that he is. Letting out a sniffing hiss, he screeches, "No, they're not meant to be here! Kill! Get them, rush them, kill them all!" As he runs away, moving closer to the corpse of the dwarf. He is giving a inspiration buff to all of the clan rats around him.
I reckon, guys, let's not give the rat a nickname, because we don't respect him. He was respected by the other rats, and they're soon to be dead.
Antarius, stay behind me. Witold, make sure none of those flankers.
Rah!
Okay, Mr. Dim, how good is the visibility down here?
It is dim light.
We've got the light from Antarius' lantern that I've given him, and I think that's about it.
Yep. So a lantern, I'm okay with you. If you have a lantern, you can have it without occupying a hand. If you have a torch, that's going to be difficult. I guess if you have a shield, right, and it's like strapped to your arm, I'm fine with you having a torch, but you can't hold a torch and also dual wield, for example, or use a two-handed weapon.
I'll be honest, I'm just aiming. If I had a torch, it would be thrown somewhere at this point. So
yeah, I mean, that was like,
if you have a bow, you can't also have a torch.
Yeah, well, that was my meme earlier about actually.
What happened to the lit torches you had, Runk?
Well,
I threw them in a room with a demon and then killed it.
Yeah, that's right, he did.
I don't really want to spend the first turn of combat like switching out from torch to something else. So, could I like drop it at my feet or throw it?
You can drop it as a free action on your turn. That's fine.
Why not throw it across to the other side so everyone has a clear view?
I would consider that an action. Dropping it, fine, but throwing it, like, with the intent to hit one of the rats, I'm going to consider that an attack.
Not to hit one of the rats, just to land it nice and on the other side so there's more light surrounding it.
I guess if you want to, like, just blind chuck it without really aiming it, I'll take a ballistic test for that, to see if you can make sure it doesn't land in the water.
Here we go.
But it's going to be difficult, because you have to bear in mind that you're trying not to get it to land in the sewage. That's a failure. Also, you've got the corpse targeted there.
How do I?
Just press T over it.
We'll go through.
No, still targeting. Sorry, I think.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that
Oh,
wasn't
is it? Is that
targeting.
good?
That was fine.
Yeah, that one was fine. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. You've thrown your torch across, and you've added some light. I wonder, can I add a light source? I don't think I can. I don't think it's possible
I
for me
think
to do
so
that.
far it's just set for us to have light source as in where we
As
are.
we see,
Oh wait, lighting controls. Draw light source.
Just stick one at Antarius and one wherever you decide Whittled Chapter.
Okay, so that should have had an effect on. Well, no,
Unless you don't
it was
change.
already bright light. Anyway, so there is actually now a light source over there, but you guys probably can't see it. I'm guessing because I think it's already the area is already
Yeah.
considered bright light.
it's already considered bright, yeah.
Can I configure it to? Do that?
Nothing has changed.
No.
Oh,
got a
now
bit
it
dimmer.
has. Yeah.
Got a bit dimmer.
Okay, so
It's now dimmer and there's a light source in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's where you've thrown the torch. Antares has a lantern, is that right?
Yep.
Vision. So if I give you a bright light radius of 20, I think that should have changed like the overlay a little bit. So Antares is now giving off 20 feet of bright light, which means he should also be giving off about 20 feet of dim light further than that.
And I can't hold my dagger while holding this lantern.
You can actually. I'm fine with you having a lantern attached to your hip or your belt or something.
Okay. I just wanted to verify that. Cool.
That's no problem. A torch I wasn't going to accept, but a lantern is fine.
I'm glad I got the lantern then.
So yeah, this clan rat, at the goading of the big storm vermin, it lets out a skittering shriek and charges towards Lorne, flailing its weapon violently.
Nice.
How deep is the poo-poo, Liam?
I think it's probably about 5 foot deep.
Well, that's not fair.
Oh yeah.
These sewers are racist.
These sewers are racist. No, it's not going to be like 5 foot. It's going to be like 3, probably. For a dwarf, I'd expect it to come up to like your waist.
Okay.
So I would consider that to give you like a -10 modifier to most physical tests while you're like wading through sewage. He's not charging because it was too close quarters. Yeah, he completely fucks it. What's his fumble? Oh no! He runs at you so hard he headbutts into your shield.
Yep.
Excellent. All right.
Also, I have the ability talent Shield Master.
Okay.
Shieldsman even, and that says you're skilled at using your shield to maneuver others in combat so you can take advantage of a desperate situation. Now it has an effect additionally
When
for
using a
when
shield
I
to defend, you
lose.
gain advantage equal to the number of levels you have in Shieldsman if you lose the opposed test.
But I'm
Okay.
assuming that's all it allows me to do.
Yeah,
not actually
yeah, no.
manipulate their position or anything like that.
That does not let. No, that's fluff.
Cool.
That is fluff. Just to explain, like.
Just wanted
mechanics.
to clarify that.
Yeah, no. The effect of that is that you can gain advantage when defending with your shield, even if you failed.
Yeah, which is kind of what I wanted, but also adds +1.
So
significant
yeah,
level,
you
which is
can
always nice.
add 1 advantage to yourself for that one. I'll just have to start remembering both to add initiative to them. Sometimes I forget to add initiative to the monsters. Initiative advantage. I mean. So this clan rat down here, he's going to come skittering along here, and he is going to literally throw himself into the sewage and charge Antarius. He is going to have a disadvantage here.
Okay.
So that's going to be a -20, both for attacking above himself and also for being in the sewage. So that's a -10 and a -10. But he has a +5 from the inspiration from the storm vermin. So.
Did he also lose a bonus for charging because he had to go through the sewers? Assuming that would slow him down quite significantly, that he couldn't have the ferocity and momentum of a charge.
I'm going to say no, because he's already suffering a negative modifier from being in the sewage itself. I think that it's still being a charge is fine.
Okay.
So he's going to roll that.
Oh my god.
These incompetent rats. Oh my lord. Okay, next round his action suffers a penalty of 10. Okay, that's fine. So Antares, you need to roll your defense just in case, by some absolute miracle, you fuck up really hard. Nope, you didn't. You're fine. Don't forget to gain 1 advantage.
Okay.
Antares, it's your go.
Someone else is on notation this week, so I left my journal back in Alaman.
I obviously stabbed the fucking rat that just tried to stab me, so...
Okay, you have a plus 10 advantage, because he's below you. You've got the high ground here.
Okay.
So that's plus 20 total, isn't it, with the actual advantage he has?
Yes.
So...
And he himself has a minus 20 to his defense attempt.
Well, but I also
you also have to give Antares the minus 20 penalty for using his offhand at this point.
Because...
yeah, unless... Did you spend any experience to...
No, I did not spend any experience.
Okay, in which case, yep, you've got to take the penalty for your lack of training.
Should I just make it a regular flat roll then?
Just make it a regular roll, yeah. Or
Yeah.
it cancels itself out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, well...
I think that you aim for the head, though.
I mean, he is, like, feet below me.
So, yeah, even though you've got a lot of things in your favour right now, that doesn't really work out for you too well, unless he cocks up really bad, which he may well do. We'll see.
Yeah.
So he's going to roll his dodge. He's got an advantage of... Well, you shouldn't have an advantage of anything, because you failed. So he's going to roll his dodge. His modifier is a minus 20, because his next action is affected by oops. Wait, is it? Oh no, next round your action suffers a penalty of minus 10. Yeah. Okay, so it's not. It doesn't apply yet. So he's going to roll a minus 10.
Wow.
No such luck for him. So we'll apply the damage for that. Surprisingly, quite a tough hide on this clan rat. You chop at it and you do a little bit of damage, but it just recoils and hisses at you angrily. It's by no means is it particularly wounded by your strike.
Okay. Do I gain one? I gain 1 advantage.
You gain an advantage for that, I believe. Yes.
Hello, guys. I'm sorry.
Hello. Good timing.
Yeah, how
Good
much
timing.
have I
It
missed?
will be your turn next.
Oh, is it? Oh, shh.
Okay, so you still have a move action.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I want to move. I don't particularly.
You
want to
can
move.
spend 1 advantage to freely disengage from the clan rat and move wherever you want. Or you can. I think you have. Otherwise, you have to make a dodge roll. I think.
Does that mean, Liam, if you engage with 3, you'd spend 3 advantage?
No.
Or still 1?
No. It's just one. It's just 1 advantage to get out of a fight.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, cool.
I thought it was you spent advantage equal to your opponent's advantage, minimum 1.
No. No, you double check the rules on that because I might be wrong, but I don't believe that's the case.
I don't think I'm gonna be moving at all. I don't because if I move first,
If you have more advantage than your opponent, you can disengage.
You need more advantage than your opponent.
And you can move away from the opponent without penalty.
Oh, so you lose all your advantage for doing that?
Yeah, but you can still charge a new target if you do that as well. So you can
Okay, so yeah, I'm wrong. So there's 2 qualifiers for that. 1, you have to have more advantage than the person you're escaping from, and 2, you lose all of your advantage for doing it.
I was paraphrasing it, but it says if you choose to drop your advantage to 0, so I'm pretty sure I'm correct with that.
I think I'm okay right here.
Oh, wait, so what does the first section say? Does it say exactly how much it costs to do that?
No, it says you have to have more advantage to maneuver beyond their reach, and then it says if you choose to drop your advantage to 0, you can move away from your opponents without penalty.
Okay. That reads to me like if you have more advantage than the enemy, you can move freely. Is that the case?
I I think
Yeah,
no,
but
I
the
think
next
it's saying if you
sentence
do,
says-
then get rid of it. You go to 0. You get rid of all of your advantage.
That's how I'm reading it as well, which is why the paraphrased.
That sounds to me, but obviously I don't know.
Okay.
But it just says the first sentence is you have to have more advantage to maneuver yourself beyond reach. If you choose to drop your advantage to 0, you can move away from your opponents without penalty.
I'm
suppose you
just
could
quickly
read
pulling
it
it up.
as-
I'm just quickly pulling it up myself so I can have a look. Moving during combat, is that what it's under?
Yeah, that's what it's under.
Let's see. Disengaging. Okay, let's see. If you have more advantage in an event, you're in a superior condition. If you choose to... Oh, yeah. If you choose to drop your advantage to 0, you can move away from your opponents without penalty. Perhaps choosing to charge a new... Yeah, what it's saying is you have to drop your advantage to 0 to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading it as.
If you have lower or equal advantage to your opponent, or do not wish to spend your advantage, you are pinned in place. If you wish to escape, you need to use your action to make an... You have to use your action to make an opposed dodge or melee test. If you succeed, you gain 1 advantage and can use your move to go anywhere you wish using the normal rules. So, yeah, okay, so, like, the value of dropping your advantage to 0 is that you still get to act during that turn. Otherwise, you're giving up your action to get out of that fight. You can flee. You really don't want to do that, though. That's
you don't
really,
want to flee,
that's
though.
really
That's a free
punishing.
attack
That's
against
very
you.
punishing. And you can't oppose it, and it's plus 20 to hit you. Like, that's
know.
really punishing. Okay, so...
It's
what were we
there
up to?
for
Yes,
Kern if he wants to do that.
So, Antarius, you do have more advantage than the clan rat. You can move if you wish, otherwise you can just pass, and we'll go to the next one.
I will stay where I am.
Okay. Next clan rat is going to act. What is your range? Okay.
Do I get 1 advantage for successfully throwing a torch?
No.
Yeah.
Worth a try.
Okay, so the clan rat, this one, is going to rush straight to attack Lorne as well. Straight through the sewage.
Cool.
I think this one might have some... Ooh.
It's
Okay, this one, this rat in particular is covered in filthy buboes. And it looks
plague rat.
particularly gross and disgusting.
Does it have a flail or something like that?
No, it does not, but it does have a very pungent smell.
It's a bloater.
Question with outnumbering, because I'm surrounded by 3, but I've got Runk right next to me.
I'm considering
assuming-
you outnumbered by 2.
Okay, just because Runk's not engaged with any of them at this point.
Runk hasn't engaged with them yet. I assume he's going to end up engaged with them shortly.
No. Don't assume I'll fight things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Don't assume the Slayer.
Actually, he's a pacifist, and he's not interested.
You might take a turn to just try some CC.
Okay, so I think if you're outnumbered 2 to 1, is that a plus 10?
It's a plus 20, I believe.
Is it a plus 20? Okay. So he's got a minus 10 for
double
being in
check
the
that,
sewage. Minus 10 for being in the sewage. Plus 20. So he's at a plus 10 in total. Then another plus 5 for the inspiration. So he's at 15. He's not at 15 advantage. Fuck.
Yeah, it's plus 20, outnumbering your opponents 2 to 1, or plus 40 if you're outnumbered them 3 to 1.
So he has an advantage of 1 and a modifier of 15. Because he's charging.
Okay.
Oh! That might be a hit.
I'm about to say, but he is in the poop, so...
He is in the poop, yeah. He's got a minus... Well, he would be on 25, but he's only on 15 instead. Oh! Whew. Close, but you've managed to avoid that attack. Is there anything else that this rat can do? No. Okay. This one is going to skitter along the path here. And it's going to spin a sling and launch what looks like a rock at Witold.
That's not cool.
We're told what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So it has a plus 5
I'm pretty sure that was a
modifier.
Bangles music you were singing along to.
That was Jesus Christ Superstar. No, sorry, never mind.
It's done atrociously.
It was Joseph technical adjunct, I lied.
Okay.
I'm going to elect to dodge then. So we're in dodge
Actually,
range.
that's not an SL of -6. It's in point blank range. No, it's not. It's not in point blank range. It's within short range. So he
So
is
that's
actually
+20.
yeah, +20. So let me just edit that real quick. So it's 78. Yeah, so it's a -4 instead. I don't think you can dodge it though.
I don't think this one's an opposed one because he's not close.
He's not close enough for it to be opposed. He just misses.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't need to do anything. Kant, it's your go.
So
You might want to cancel. I'm guessing.
It's a rat time.
right.
Go
So
on.
what I was thinking was because I'm at the back of the group. Have they seen every one of us?
You are not sure, but you're pretty sure this one over here can see you.
You filthy fucking coward.
Yeah, you're either going to run away or hide in the drink, and it was.
I mean, that drainage outlet looks pretty comfy right now. I don't know what I can do. I'm pretty useless. I'm just a stick. I guess I would try and. Fuck! I don't have a. Oh, I didn't buy the bow. That's what. Fuck.
I like to imagine Kern just saying all of this to himself while like there's rats everywhere.
that looks comfy. Fuck, where's my bow?
Just with
Kurt,
his hands
please.
around his head to protect it from any flying.
Kurt, do you actually have a weapon other than a stick?
I've got my basic weapon, which is a club, which I say is a club.
You could grab like a handful of shit and fling it.
It's an improvised weapon.
It'll only need a plague test.
I mean, you didn't give them the plague test for when they actually swallowed the shit, so.
Oh my god, did I forget to do that?
Yeah, you forgot
You
to do
did.
that.
Fuck! Oh my god, did I forget to do that? Seriously?
Who swallowed shit?
Yeah.
Right, we'll sort that out after this because you were definitely meant to take a plague test for swallowing shit. We'll come back to that.
Alright.
I mean, a day's
guess-
incubation sounds about right.
I guess what can do is. Fuck, we're getting quite cornered here, aren't we?
You could move further down and make sure we're not surrounded by bravely.
I was
Run
thinking
them
of
away.
just scurrying my way.
He doesn't have a source of light, so he can't go too far, can he?
He'll just have to put his hands on the.
Can I try and
sticky walls and feel his way out.
Can I try and slip away and yes, I'm going to try and hide, mostly from this one that's attacking Whittled, but
Yeah, if you can pass a challenging stealth test, we can see if you can make yourself scarce.
yeah, just step into the darkness from the torchlight and just wait.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Skaven have night vision or something like that.
Shut up! You're busy fighting rats.
Yeah,
Sorry.
get plague.
Do you know what? I'm gonna do a team move for once,
My
I'm
Oh my
good.
god.
and I'm gonna
How
just
desperate are you?
Who are you?
because I'm running out of time and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go to the other side, and I'm gonna tell Whittle to fucking aim true.
Wow, that's really helped the team. Thank you there, bud.
What, moral support?
How far can I move? Could I move and try and attack that guy then?
Yes.
Right, then I'll do that then. I'll just fucking filthy rats.
Okay, can you make an easy endurance test for me, please?
Mhm.
Is that for just crossing the sewer?
Mm-hmm. Whittled, aim true, trips over and swallows some more shit. No, okay, you're fine. Yep, you cross without any problems. You can attack the rat.
So target
I'm happy for that to be a charge.
Right, so how do I do this again?
So you press T over him,
T.
so you get the crosshairs, then you select
Also,
yourself.
right-click on yourself just to bring up your thing and change the blue number to a 1.
to 1. There we go. And now, how do I hit him?
And now
Please.
at the top, you'll see in your hood
Oh,
of different
weapons.
things. Yep, you
Yep,
go to
that's
weapons,
it.
go to hand weapon.
Hand weapon.
Click that, should be fairly self-explanatory.
Okay, just is it charged?
Challenging. It's always challenging unless I specify otherwise.
Okay, it's charging.
Mm-hmm. Why are you fatigued? You should not be fatigued.
He's fatigued because he was up all night and hasn't had a chance to rest.
I was talking about the clan rat. He actually got a very good night's sleep. Thank you very much.
Well, you never
that green moon was perfect for him.
You know?
Right, so the rat's going to attempt to dodge. He's going to fuck it completely.
Yes.
Oh, big damage. You carve right into this clan rat. You give a big gouge in its chest. And it gurgles wetly as it staggers backwards.
With a
Get on you!
I like how Kern's like the biggest badass out of anybody. Right, Whittle.
Well, that's
I mean, the dwarf and me
actually.
haven't attacked yet.
I was sitting there thinking, well, my turn is going to be simply shooting over there, and one shot the rat, and now Kern's like got it to come back, which makes it harder.
Well, I mean, you better not cock it up.
I mean, you're human and you've got a leg. Are you a kid?
There's other rats. I mean,
I mean, you could be a hero and nail the one in the armor in the eye, but I don't think you'll make that shot.
Oh, won't I? I'm moving to here, and I'm going to now the rat over here in the eye.
Is it a movement? Does that -10 affect if he's taking a range shot?
Yeah.
did you
Like,
say
if you
it
imagine,
was-
like, you're trying to use a longbow in some sewage that's like 3 feet deep, that's going to be awkward.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've seen the films where they hold the bow sideways.
There you go.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
think about your
you-
stance.
His longbow's 6 foot. He's not going to be able to hold that enough that it's out of the 3 foot deep water.
Anyway,
There you go.
he's climbed
Sorry,
up
I'm
onto the
moving
other
it.
side anyway. So what are you doing? Are you going into melee?
No, you also shoot the
I'm
big
gonna
rat.
be in the eye. It's going to be the call, and then I'm going to look at Lorne and give him like a.
I think there's something about shooting weapons when you're literally in melee range, I believe.
Only if you're engaged. I don't.
Yeah, no,
think
it's only if you're engaged.
But if he's not charging it, and because they've not launched a melee attack against each other, I think that's fine. Also, he can call the shot for a -20 penalty, but I don't think there's any point in him doing that in this case.
Let me just check. Engaged, page 159. So, whenever you attack an opponent or are attacked in melee combat, you count as engaged. Okay. No, yeah, you're not engaged. Yeah.
We're told, I'd like to point out, if you can make it one step closer, you'll be in that point blank plus 1,000,000 again.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah, I was
shout.
just working that one out actually. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
The thing that Liam emphatically announced was absolute bullshit.
It does mean his clan rat can take a dodge test, but the way Liam's rolling at the moment means he can do even more damage as he jumps into the arrow.
Indeed. I'm pretty sure he's fucked, but let's find out.
Headshot as well.
Actually, why is it,
Did you target the
Why is it
guy
not
in the
even-
armor? Not the...
Wait, who did you actually
Yeah,
target?
The guy in the armor.
No, you didn't. You targeted Clan Rat.
No.
It says you won against Clan Rat by 7SL.
Yeah, and the one in the armor is called
I don't know
Storm Vermin.
Don't know what to tell you. But, I can send you a picture of my screen, but I've got the T over the guy in the armor.
Right, well, something's very glitched there. I don't know what to make of that. What? That doesn't make any sense. Are you sure?
Yeah, man.
Let me try this myself.
I mean, that's a better roll.
We'll see. Yeah, if I do it, he's targeting the Storm Vermin.
Oh yeah, and I can also see that there's an extra dot over the Storm Vermin. So it's
Yeah,
now saying
I'm
that
not
two
sure you
people
were
targeted
targeting the Storm Vermin. You might want to try it again. Yeah, there you go. So what was your original result?
Minus 20
32.
for calling it.
Oh, so you've called it, have you?
Yeah, I did take off 20 from the modifier.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the correct result, is it? Because I'm considering it as your 32 earlier, but was that not without called?
No, that was with called.
Oh, okay. So the end result should be 32 then.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in point blank?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's going to attempt to dodge.
This is where this storm rat's like on par with the demon. But...
It's not happening.
or not.
That's going to
So
apply some damage. He takes a beating for sure. Yep.
Does that damage? Is that the same toughness bonus and armor, etc. If it was on his head? Because wasn't that what he was aiming for?
Yeah, he was aiming for the head.
Yeah, he's wearing armor on all parts of his body.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, when you roll the thing, you can actually tick or not the hit location. So if you're calling it, I'm assuming you untick it.
Oh, okay. I just changed the modifier, but that's cool.
Let's have a look.
I'm assuming you also changed the modifier as well, but...
most likely,
it
knowing
stops
the
it
way
from-
the system works, I would have thought they'd do that automatically. I'll try.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's no. Yeah, if you hit location, it doesn't. I'm assuming it doesn't add a hit location. You add the minus 20 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Do you get any benefit for calling the shot other than called?
Well, calling
You
the
have
shot
some
allows you to
great-
specify the target. So if you know if the target has a particularly vulnerable location, you can aim for it. In this case, there wasn't one. The Storm Vermin is wearing armor on all parts of his body.
There are also some talents that allow you to stun an enemy if you hit them in the head.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I'd like to look over to Lorne and just go,
I'm too busy fighting off these two storm vermin with a third just right around my corner.
As the Storm Vermin staggers back from the large arrow that's now embedded in the armor of its forehead, blood gushing from its snout, it turns to the other two clan rats nearby and goes, "No, him! Kill him! One with bow thing!" As both of the rats let out a ferocious hiss and go charging directly at Whittled.
uh-oh.
Actually, he's actually going to come up here.
Yeah.
Can
First
let me
come,
breath.
first served. He gets the high ground.
And so he's going to come charging in, flailing his weapon madly at you, completely enraged. He is charging. He has a modifier of +5.
Oh my god, you're lucky.
That was actually going to be a decent test for him as well. What a useless bastard. Oh my lord, this is a comedy of errors from these Stormbat. Don't forget to add advantage to yourself.
Make
Oh
me
yeah,
feel a
that's
little
true.
bit
I'm on 2 now. Is advantage the blue one? Am I right?
It's the blue one, that's right.
Yeah, green one's health.
Hey, I'm up to 2 now. Cool.
Seeing the utter incompetence of his comrade, the other clan rat hisses in rage and comes charging over as well, wading through the sewage to also try and slash at Whittled. Actually, he can just go up here, can't he? There's nothing that's stopping him from doing that. He's not engaged.
Yeah.
So he's going to do that. Whittled is now 2-on-1. I think he's also attacking an engaged opponent in the rear, which gives him more.
We're all just getting gangbanged, mate.
This is
where you lose the other toes.
This is why you don't bring a longbow in a sewer.
Yeah, so let's see.
I'm actually surprised there's not more of a penalty for using a weapon skill
So
test
it's
whilst
a
you hold the toe.
plus 20 for attacking an engaged opponent in the side or rear, and another plus 20 for attacking an opponent you outnumber 2-1. So I'll consider that on balance a plus 30. So he is charging.
I mean, is that a charge to get there and face Whittled because he came from the opposite direction? He'd have to arrest his momentum, turn around.
I don't think charge specifies anything to do with that.
It doesn't, but it's more how you view it as.
No, if that's not part of the rules, then I think you can fluff that however you want, really. Like he's charging in to come in behind the guy, like he's just rushing him from the rear, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if
He
you have
has
no
more than
space
enough
for the
movement
full
speed to do that and then some. He can keep going. He could, if he wanted, go all the way over here, and then turn back and rush up himself. But like it's
That
it's
would
whatever,
make more
really.
sense.
That's fine, you know, if we have no respect for the fourth wall here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How did you ping that, Liam? That was sick.
You hold down left click.
Ooh.
Oh
We
my
do.
god,
Ah, look at this.
that's so much more useful. Because otherwise you have to like draw a little thing on them. That's cool.
Yep. So yeah, there's nothing in the charging rules that specifies anything like that. I think that's what we call below the level of abstraction.
Bet.
Come on, let's get your fumble out of the way and move on to the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one.
Let's get my crit fail out of the way.
At least it wasn't a crit fail. What was the target roll for that one? Out of curiosity? 83. Oh my god! How did you? How?
Oh, you are garbage, Clan Rat. You are pure garbage. Oh my god, he won. But Whittled is even more
even
garbage. Whittled, you must pass a endurance
That's
test.
the saving. Wait.
What?
Wait.
Oh, wait, what?
We've got,
Oh,
it's fortune time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Why'd you use it to do that? Oh, never mind.
Okay, yep, you've won. That's fine. Right, so he did not win. He will not apply damage.
And you get another advantage point.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
gods have smiled on you this day.
Lorne, it's your go.
I'm just going to
Make a dock deal.
this one here and just bring my weapon down on its head. I'm not calling it, but I'm assuming that's. God.
Apparently, no, you're not. Unless you want to re-roll it for a fortune point.
It's not re-rolling it for me automatically.
It should do, it just takes a second, I think. Mine did.
You just rolled it again.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Oh, that is unfortunate. But who knows, maybe you'll be
At
fine.
least it wasn't a fumble. At least it wasn't a fumble.
Maybe you'll be fine.
Hmm?
Okay, he's going to attempt a dodge here. So he has a modifier of 5.
Why +5?
He has one advantage, minus 10
No,
from
he
being in the
doesn't, because
sewage.
he missed, so he lost his advantage point.
Oh, you're right, okay. In which case he's minus 5. Yep.
Nice. Oh, and that's a difference of -6, so I'm going to use my ability to make that an auto-critical hit.
Which ability is that?
That is my... what's it called? Virtue of Heroism.
Mr. DM, don't forget he didn't do his plague roll.
He doesn't need to do a plague roll. He didn't get hit.
He
Oh, did you say?
he's very poisonous.
So
He is
hunted
used
on
to the
target.
plague.
Yeah, you only got plague because you got hit. Have you roll plus success? Oh, no, successful melee hit. Choose to forego the additional damage to automatically inflict a critical hit instead. So you may choose to forego the additional damage to inflict a critical
Yep.
hit instead.
So I just do
When
7
used in
damage
conjunction
plus the
with an
critical hit.
impact or damaging weapon, the impact or damaging quality does not apply.
Yep, so it would be 7 damage plus the critical hit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. I don't know how we'll make
I am
that.
assuming the significant levels are after the difference in the opposed test, not my roll solely.
So, where did you hit him? In the left leg?
It was right leg.
Okay.
Sorry, left leg, yes.
Okay, so the clan rat gains a bleeding condition. And
Nice.
also suffers -7 wounds. No, because he has toughness. So... apply damage. So he has 5 mitigation, so he took 2 wounds. Okay. Alright.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Because he's bleeding and in the sewers, does he take any infections, or because he's escaping?
What a stupid question. What a stupid
Yeah,
question.
he is a sewage boy.
There's
He lives
a
here.
corpse in the middle of the sewers.
What kind of a question is that? Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to live long enough to infect.
Runk, it is your go.
Finally.
Go true!
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
Slayer.
see the sight of my friend's dead corpse and the fact that these rat bastards are doing weird shit to it. And I'm so upset and deeply hurt inside that, that familiar tingle fills me. The red rage. And I instantly kind of start swinging. Or rather, let's see if I instantly start
Oh
swinging.
lord, he's going ham.
It's a good thing you had that potion to remove your fatigues.
I do indeed go ham. So I see several enemies around me, and that upsets me because they shouldn't be there. So I'm gonna attack. Right.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, do you have your offhand weapon also equipped?
I do.
In your offhand.
I do.
So, are you targeting this one?
No, the one next to it is
Or the one next to
I believe
it? Okay.
anyway.
The bleeding one.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, the bleeding one. That's the one.
So he's at -5.
Appreciate that one.
The best roll I've done so far.
You passed. Well done.
Yep, you brutally slaughter it. You literally chop its head off. Bye bye.
As one axe cuts through the neck of the first one, does my second axe does in fact hit the other one.
Okay.
So for dual wielding, they don't have to both be targeted at the same person.
Does
No,
it say anything about it in
I
the
don't
rules?
see.
Nice.
I've not seen anything about that.
Right. So I
didn't
think
see anything about it either.
if I'm correct here, I hit dual wielding. No, see, I don't know how that works. Oh, I have to roll both at once. Oh my god, this is great. Okay, I found something out. So I need to hit dual wielding every single time, and it'll give me an offhand option as well. So that's what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So I've messed up there. I have to just
So, do
delete
I
that
need to
one.
manually edit this test?
Yeah, basically. So the test that one there, just make it the same as the last one, but except now it's 21.
So it's
but
a
from
20.
now on, I know it's a 21, but I know how dual wield works now from now on.
So
21
it's a
versus
21
47.
instead.
Yeah.
Well, you're not targeting yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm targeting the dead rat now. So.
Okay. So.
But from now on, I know how it works.
I can also see you've got the talent symbol in the top left corner of your image.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's showing you're using it.
I don't know which talent that is, to be honest. Have a look.
I would assume it's just any talent.
Oh yeah, magic must be.
You
dual wield
cleave
stuff.
the two rats next to you so hard, both of their heads come off in one clean swipe.
Nice.
That sounds-
Well done,
that sounds
Rank.
right. I'm gonna let out a scream of rage, and start charging towards Goattree's body. But you know, I this rat appears next to me, and that is not okay with me. So I'm gonna attack that one as well. Okay, so dual wielding, roll. See, I rolled dual wielding that time. It hasn't let me do it. I wonder if it'll do it after this. Let's see. So I failed that
Snap,
one.
there's more.
It's just told me I lack tokens.
Yeah, that's popped up an awful lot of times for
Yeah.
me. And keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's when like something's getting done.
Well, that's the first time it's popped up for me. So.
Ooh, fancy. Shut up and fucking start killing.
So that's a -2. So you're targeting the one that's attacking Lorne.
Yes.
Okay, so
I was en route.
you have a -10 from being in the sewage.
I do, yes, I do.
Oh,
In that case, I didn't add that. Sorry. Can you?
But you
manually
also
Okay,
add
have
that's-
that?
+2 advantage from
I
hitting.
do. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to do that as well. Oops.
Okay, do you want to just go for it again?
I can do. I just don't want to cheat you from you.
Let's see. Well, actually, you've got kind of
Kissing
bad roll, and I want you to have a bad roll.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you get fucked. All right. So,
Yeah,
so
that's
I don't think he has done his advantage wrong.
No, I've just added it now. So there's no advantage on that roll I just did.
Okay.
And there's
But
also
there's no
no minus
penalties.
10. So
In
should we
which-
just say it's evened out?
In which case, no, you should be at a +10, so you should be at a 72, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm happy to fail by less. So.
So characteristics, dodge. Does this guy have any advantage? No, he doesn't. Dodge. He has a. I said that you're attacking from below, so he's got a +10 to defend himself.
He's outnumbered though, isn't he?
He
Yeah,
is
he
outnumbered.
is outnumbered.
That is true. So that's a -20. So he's at a -5 in total. Job's a good one. You don't kill it, but you chop rather brutally into its right arm, and it scowls
Second
and hisses
attack
in
is
pain.
going to
So I'm setting myself up for the run. The head run straight at the big boy.
No, because you've got your backswing attack with your second weapon, which is 18, isn't it, as the roll?
Oh yeah. So it's okay. So last time it popped up with a secondary swing, but this time it hasn't seemed to have
Oh,
done that.
it might be because you failed the test, even though you did score a hit. Because you were
but
negative significant level. That might be the
What?
reason.
So do we just have to flip it then manually again?
So
No, I think
you'll
it
just
might-
have to roll it again, and we'll just manually edit the result to 27.
I mean,
Okay,
it could
no problem.
still be that it counts as a fail, even though you hit.
No, only when I hit. So when I hit, it still counts as long as I land a hit. It's if I don't hit, then I fail.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
what
So
it
it's
is.
versus. Is it versus 87? Is that correct?
So I'm trying to find the original roll now. So it's
Yes.
5, I think technically 5 versus 80. No, that's the original.
The original should be 18 versus
Yes.
whatever your roll was.
Yeah.
So 18 versus 57, I think.
Why is it an 18? His
18
last roll
flip.
was a 72, so flip that. It's 27.
No,
Oh, I thought it was
27.
an 81. I thought it was an
No.
81 he rolled. My bad.
No, he rolled a 72.
My
Okay,
bad.
so it's 27 versus 67. Yep. Okay. So it's going to attempt to dodge again. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell.
Oh my god, a critical plus 50. Jesus Christ.
Listen, when I don't like things, they die. Remember that if you fancy the melee lawn. You've gone for a 3-on-1 situation to you.
No.
Yeah, wow, you've absolutely gone ham this turn. Blimey.
I didn't even manage to prevent Antarius from being attacked.
Yeah, I could have just sat and done nothing, shit.
You just have to survive the next round of attacks, and Runk will clean everything up.
Well, don't worry, I still have fortune. I haven't used any of my
It's
fortune.
my job just to murder things angrily.
Just a physical mutation on.
Never you mind.
It's because I've been splattered with the smelly one's blood.
Okay, so that is Runk's turn. It is now back to the next round. At this point, this poor guy over here would be suffering a -10 to his next action, but rip. So, the Storm Vermin, seeing his entire regiment get absolutely decimated by one angry orange boy, lets out a ferocious shriek of rage, lifts its halberd, and charges straight at Runk.
I just like to pause before this fight happens and point out the fact that I love the fact.
What?
And there.
You love the fact.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. It's a mystery.
So rage IRL.
We love the fact that Dwarf's head and shoulders are just above the sewage and nothing else.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
So, I may as
Oh,
well
yeah.
say that, like, if there are two people both fighting in the sewage at each other, it just kind of cancels itself out. Because you're both
Right, okay.
disadvantaged, both to protect
Yeah.
yourself and to attack. So,
Okay. Right, so I'm not sure if you caught what I said, but I was going to say I love the fact that in Warhammer lore, when dwarves hate themselves, they decide to become ginger.
Fuck you.
oh my god! Finally, a decent roll.
Oh god, that's a very good roll.
But will it be enough? Right, do I have to target for this?
You do.
Okay. Weapon. Advantage. I have 3 advantage now, sorry, before I do anything else.
Don't you also take the penalty for dual wielding as well, or is that automatically included in the?
I don't know, I'm selecting dual wield with the roll, let's see what happens.
Good luck.
Not enough.
As the enraged dwarf is suddenly the recipient of a rather nasty halberd blow.
Run!
As it carves into his leg. Lose your advantage.
Yep.
And you need to make a endurance test. Easy.
Okie doke. That's a skill, not charismatic. It's weird that is a skill. I'm not sure I like that.
Well, it's based on your toughness.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the fact it's a skill, not a main characteristic.
You passed that, no problem.
Yeah.
Andrew, you
One
are
does not get
not, you are
infected by
not
the sewers.
diseased this day, but you do now have a rather gaping wound in your leg after being savaged by an angry rat with a halberd.
Fair enough.
Dead
However,
clan
I'll
rats.
kill these 2 rats and then dive over. You've inspired me.
Re.
Are we rolling for initiative again?
Nope.
There's more rats.
There's more rats. Okay.
Did you not see that coming in the sewers?
Antarius, it is your turn. Antarius, your sixth sense begins to give you a sense of trepidation. Somewhere in the back of your mind you can hear skittering, running, leaping. There are things moving deep in the sewers. And you think that more of these creatures are beginning to converge.
It's okay, Antares will use some elf magic now and we'll do that.
What do I do here? There's more rats coming. We're fighting. Can't really.
Antares, I could do with a hand over here.
That's awful.
And he strikes again.
Lamau.
Fuck, dude. I just don't know if I want to jump in the water or if I just want to like stay up here.
Are you telling me you're stumped?
Don't forget, you can move through lawn.
Yeah.
I love it! Yes! Yes, we're told!
What did Whittle say?
Whittle said, are you stumped?
Oh god, I missed that one entirely.
I heard that right. Yeah. Okay, I'll move to like right here, I guess.
Don't move there, move one pace forwards.
Don't micromanage him, he does what he wants.
Apart from tie his own shoelaces. Need to
Oh,
do that.
well.
You can't tie your shoelaces with one hand? Atrocious.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I see.
Indeed, as you come round this corner to get into an advantageous position to attack the storm vermin, you see yet more clan rats hustling down the tunnel.
Oh, jeez. I'm so out of position right now. I might be punished for this. I might actually get fucked.
You have enough movement to double back.
Yeah.
I think, well, I moved.
So you have a
I went-
movement of...
I went from here. That was.
You can also sacrifice your action to back up as well. I think, can't you?
You
Yeah,
can
you
sacrifice your action to run. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that if it's a sorry, I've stepped away for a cigarette, so I mean I don't want anyone dying if preferable. Just wait for it to get back to me and we'll be fine again.
No, I mean.
No,
So I moved 10 paces, right? I think I have a movement of like 20 or some shit. No, I have a movement of 8.
So you have a movement value of 4, so you can move 8 yards.
Yeah. And I moved 8 yards getting to where I am right here, right?
Yeah, so you can turn your action into a run to run back the same distance if you're so inclined. Or you can take an action.
With my lore Skaven, do I know if rats are scared of fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are. Or yes, you do.
Both.
But I don't have anything that can make me...
You have a lantern.
I have a lantern.
Yeah,
Which
but it's
you
not
should-
got much in it, does it?
Yeah, but it might be enough to block off the thing and then force them to wade.
Well, yeah, so...
Might be going out on a limb.
God damn it.
It does seem like Antares needs a hand.
You guys are assholes.
We've already done that one.
Yeah, you need to be original with these.
Oh, Jesus.
He's going to pay an arm and a leg for this one.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this is so tense. I'm biting my knuckles.
He's going to give us all the finger in a minute.
Damn it, I was about to say that one.
I fucking hate all of you.
Calm down, boys. Count to 10. Calm down.
That was a subtle one, but I like it.
I really like that one.
For the moment, I'm just gonna stab the rat.
You sure? Okay. Alright. Stab rat.
I was thinking about throwing the lantern, but like that's our own, like one of our few light sources that we have. So.
It's true. I think it's
The only one that's actually attached.
the only one that's not stationary at the
Exactly.
moment. Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't forget, there is actually a torch over here.
Oh yeah.
Antares, is that going to be a one-handed attack?
Oh my god.
Alright, enough of that shit. Come on, let's go.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you need to be more subtle with them so Liam doesn't notice.
Yeah. Or make them so good that Liam likes them and therefore joins in. Either one.
It has to be quite underhand, you know.
Let the man do his turn. Fuck.
There we go. Fuck. Okay. Oh wow.
Ooh,
Okay.
quite a good roll.
Nice.
What does he want to do? Does he want to try and dodge? No, I think he's just going to try and parry. So, with this one, did you account for the fact that you're outnumbering him 2 to 1?
I don't think he did.
No, I just.
Okay,
rolled
so
no.
you've actually got a much better roll than it looks like there. You actually should have a roll of versus 70.
Oh wow.
You wouldn't believe he was left-handed, would you? Right-handed.
Well, I got 2 advantages right now, and I also have like. It's negate, like my penalty
So
is
he has a
negated.
modifier of
-10.
-10. Being in sewage. Let's see how he does. Oh! Nailed it!
Nailed it!
Okay.
Ooh! Ooh, you've done him dirty there.
Was that easy clap, Antares?
You can't clap.
You guys are stupid.
The creature takes another blow, calls you a stupid elf thing, and shakes in pure rage.
Okay.
That clan rat is dead. This clan rat is not dead. It's going to attack
You have
Kent.
to shake who's left.
The natural warrior coward.
The trickster.
Yeah, I think that might be more of an...
Oh, it's
You, the trickster.
it's got a success there. You need to choose if you're going to parry or dodge.
Oh, right. What does a
Hang on.
parry
Defense
consist
mask
of
is
compared
solid,
to dodge?
solid gold,
They're
isn't it?
2 different skills, aren't they?
They are 2 different skills, yes.
Fuck, where-
So, to parry it with your weapon, you need to make a weapon skill test, just as if you were going to attack it. To dodge, you need to use your dodge skill, which also falls under your weapons.
Probably better. Yeah, my weapons. If I got higher weapons, I better use that. Yeah. Roll with my weapons is the up the top weapons.
Don't forget to target it.
Oh fuck yeah. So it's just a challenging.
Yep. It should already be taking your advantage into account.
Yeah, it has.
Yep. Nailed it!
God.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, increase your advantage by 1.
Yeah. I am the serpent.
With a skittering shriek, this clan rat comes barreling down the walkway and throws itself bodily at Antarius, attempting to tackle him. Antarius, you must defend yourself. Oh, these useless clan rats, I love them.
Hang on. Just because you're rolling so badly there, Liam, does he not get a bonus 20 for attacking someone from behind?
Oh, he is actually targeting an engaged opponent from behind, isn't he? Yeah, that is a good
Yeah.
point.
I felt like I should mention that just because I don't think you've rolled one good roll, have you?
So that actually brings that to an 86 there.
Antarius can still dodge this easily.
Yeah, he shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I need a dodge.
You've got more than enough advantage. You should pull this off.
Just palm him off and toes.
Yep, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Don't forget to increase your advantage.
Okay.
As you nimbly use your Elven Grace to avoid this rampaging rat with the skill and grace of Isha herself. Next, there is another clan rat who gets very upset about the fact that there is a torch in his way. He dives down into the water and starts wading his way along here. He spends a full action to keep moving and get to here.
Ah, yes. More enemies for me to kill.
You can't.
Yeah, I'm feeling. Cut's feeling very confident right now.
I'll imagine at full advantage.
Yeah, he's feeling. The mask is making him feel good, man.
Putting his
He's-
weapons in that.
Yeah, the mask is making him feel good. He's safe behind the mask, and he's just gonna, you know, he already fucking almost killed that clan rat. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna try and fight through and save his world.
You know, Whittle's got full advantage as well.
So target him. See,
I do.
nice. Getting just this now. There we go.
Oh, okay, that might be a hit. Let's see. He's going to attempt to dodge you. Is he, actually? Yes, he is.
You do know.
Kern, tell me how you execute this clan rat.
Well, he's just gonna like good old fashioned out in the streets of Altdorf, club him down in the cub and stomp his head on it.
You brutally smash the teeth of this Skaven into its own skull and stomp on it repeatedly. Blood squirts and it stops twitching, falling still.
Well, if I can, I'd proceed to the next.
You can indeed. You can step over. Oh, it's Whittled. Whoops. Go back.
So I don't know. What consists of a round for each person then?
So
Movement and an action.
your movement and an action.
And then, right, so right,
You've got
yeah,
bonus actions,
I'll just
which are
step
things like
over.
drawing a weapon.
And yeah, and you can do those in any order. So like I did an attack, then a movement, and an attack earlier, which is fine because I have two actions.
Attack actions.
Whittled. You are no longer outnumbered.
I mean, Kern hasn't engaged.
Well, actually, no, Kern hasn't engaged yet, so you are still outnumbered. That's right.
Okay. So, what is the deal for swapping weapons? Can I just drop my bow on the ground?
You can just drop it and pull out a new weapon, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Does he have to go back and pick up any weapon he drops, or does it, when he drops it, he puts it away and then...
Well, assuming that he survives the encounter and you guys win, he can go and get it without a problem. Otherwise, no.
So if it's the fight's won, he automatically picks it up. If the fight's lost, he's
Like,
lost.
if the fight scene ends and you're still in this area, he can just go and get it. That's fine.
Okay.
If you are forced to run away and he doesn't pick it up, then no.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically a drop action is actually a drop, not it's stored, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense and it's fair.
Okay, so have I got any modifiers to this?
Well, you got your
Probably might.
advantage, otherwise not really.
What about being outnumbered?
That applies to them attacking you, not you attacking them.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
It also applies to their rolls to defend, I think.
Oh, does it? Yeah, that does make sense, yeah. Which one is that you're targeting?
The one on
There's
my
one
right.
on the right.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see a little coloured dot in the top left-hand
Oh,
corner
yeah,
of each
you can,
token
yeah.
with who's targeting it.
I need to give
It helps
Lexgrad a
if-
different colour. What colour do you
I'd
want,
say,
Lexgrad?
yeah, I think
Like
we're
a
Old
purple
Lorne
one.
and Antares.
No, we got
choose new
purple.
We got a purple. You can have a blue. Do you want a blue?
Yeah, got there.
Yeah, you can have a blue. Blue for
Okay.
Nordland blue. There we go.
There you go.
Also,
Alright.
Kern and Antarius, you've stolen my colour.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's right.
green was the
We're gonna
start.
make
I think
Kern.
green's
Kern's gonna have a
the
nice
second one.
Altdorf yellow going on over
Yeah.
here.
I was gonna say, make me a mustard man, like.
There we go.
Yellow, the colour of piss and fear.
Exactly.
And then Antarius is gonna get a nice royal looking purple. There we go. All right,
Oh, well,
that'll do.
I feel like I've been robbed.
Well, hang on, right? So, Runk, you can have an angry
I've
red.
got, yeah,
For his hair.
I'll
An
take
angry
red.
red.
I'll take red. That's
Yeah, an
fine.
angry red. Right. Okay. So, yeah, this fella is gonna dodge. No, he's not actually, because this one is a brute, I believe. His agility is still better, even though he's a brute. That's funny.
I mean,
Alright.
Skaven are always cowards and tricksy things.
So he has a modifier +5 because the storm vermin is still alive. Oh, he actually beat you there. You need to lose your advantage, my friend. As he deftly avoids the swipes of your dagger with his craven ways.
Well, in that case, I'll do it again.
That's so craven.
I'll do it again! Go ahead.
One of these.
Oh, are you dual wielding?
Yeah, for dual
Oh, you
wielding.
are. Don't forget to tick that one of them's your offhand.
I'll do one right one second. Where's that in combat?
Yeah, it's in combat, yeah.
You have the dual wielding talent.
Ambidextrous.
He does indeed have ambidextrous, so he's got a -10 penalty to tests relying on his secondary hand.
Right.
I don't think that's going to end up too well for you, but let's see. You attacking the same one or the other one?
Still
Same one.
targeting the same one.
Sorry, the same one. Alright. He's going to try and parry this one. Oh, you didn't make it opposed. But he has won, I believe. SL -1 versus SL -4. I think he wins that.
Fair enough. Yep.
Okay.
That'll be my go then.
Yeah, you're not in a position to disengage, really. Well, you can make a dot. No, you can't because you've already done your action. Okay, so now these clan rats are going to take their verminous vengeance on you for your murderous deeds against their kin. Let's see how that goes for them. Oh.
Ooh. Do
Ouch.
you believe in life after love?
Life after death at this point.
Alright. Do you want to use anything to help yourself out here? I'm not sure you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure you
be
can.
that helpful.
Are you wearing that mail? I think you're wearing mail now, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So
You are.
I've got
So
a bit of
you're a bit more tanky than you were last time. You
You're
got the
also
shit
wearing
beaten
your
out of
leather
you.
jack as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's also wearing a leather
Where's it
jacket.
hitting me in the body? I think I've got quite a nice one there.
It's hitting
it's
you
hitting
in the body. Yes.
So it's
You've got
3
your leather
armor.
jacket and mail. You're more tanky than
So
me.
are you taking that hit? You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Take it, yeah.
Damage applied. He chunks you for 4 wounds after your toughness and armor. You need to make a easy endurance test.
Interesting. So it's not just the sewer then.
No, I think they're all plagued rats.
Yep, you succeeded. You're fine.
Hey, Lorne.
Another rat comes skittering around the corner here. So that's a total of 8 yards. Okay, what's your movement characteristic? 10.
I need
Yep, you can get
Lorne.
there just fine.
Lorne, I need an adult.
This clan rat throws itself down into the sewage and flings itself at Runk.
I'm gonna go protect the elf whose hand I lopped off. You're in armor. You can survive a bit longer. I'm still very protectionist of Antarius. Sorry.
I think Runk's
It
gonna
comes
have
at you
to
with a
do
rusted iron cleaver, hissing angrily about filthy dwarf scum.
So that's a combat of 2 versus 3 at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hang on. Is the one that's out of sight for me that's targeting Tarius from up top in that, so it's 2 versus 4.
Ah! The minus 10
Despite how good your roll is, it's done too well. Oh, mind you, you could spend a fortune point to get the success level. Oh wait,
I could if I
if you had any fortune.
and even then, he doesn't know if that.
What about your resilience? Can you use your resilience in any way?
Not for reroll.
I could if I had any resilience.
Oh, you do.
You do
Wow,
have 2 resilience,
he literally has nothing.
don't you?
No, he
Yeah.
has not.
Dwarves
I
should
don't-
have resilience.
Dwarf should. Did you spend it somewhere?
I don't think
Oh,
he did.
I don't know. I've never used resilience. What is it?
I believe you're meant to have 1 resilience, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I thought it was 2. But I could
Let
be wrong
me
on
let me just double check here real quick.
I didn't know. Wait, so have I got a thing that's like fortune, and I haven't
Yeah.
been using it?
Yeah, kind of. It's not as good. It's not as
I
good
mean, that's
as
okay.
fortune.
Listen,
But you do
anything is
get-
nice.
You do get fate and resilience. So for a dwarf, you have 2 resilience, 0 fate, 2 resilience.
So is that my resolve then, or how does
Yeah.
that work?
See,
So
see
resilience
page
is-
170 for more information.
Yeah, I'm on 170 now myself.
Spending resilience. So you can spend resilience to not mutate, or to choose the result of a test. In an opposed test, you always win by at least 1 success level. You can spend resolve to become immune to psychology until the end of the round, to ignore modifiers from all critical wounds until the next round, or to remove 1 condition, such as prone.
Well, this shit would have been so useful in the past, my friend. I'm just actually it's the first time I'm taking damage, so it wouldn't really. But nonetheless,
This is a libertarian game. You are responsible for your own well-being. You need to.
I didn't even know I had these things. I thought I was just a dwarf who hit things hard.
Well, now you've been educated.
Humans get
So there is something you can do here. You have 2 resilience. Bear in mind, your resilience is equivalent to like fate, right? Like that's
Yep.
a permanent burn if you use your resilience.
Oh, okay, right.
The
so
resolve
resilience
is
the
like
permanent one.
fortune. Yeah, resilience is the permanent
Okay.
one. Resolve is the temporary one that refreshes.
Okay, so resolve, ignore modifiers, critical wounds, or remove 1 condition. Yeah.
You could use
I'm
it to
gonna-
say remove fatigue, for example.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay,
quite useful for
That's
you.
that's very fucking handy. Okay. I wish I'd known about that before I chugged my fucking potion.
If you want, I don't mind refunding you your fatigue potion, and you can have 0 resilience, 0 resolve at the moment.
No, it's fine. It was my mistake. I will take my stupidity on my own head.
Okay.
And I just realised I could have used that resolve point instead of that fate point during the joust. Not resolve
No,
resilience.
it's different effect.
No, but
No, he could have done it for I will not fail.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Can I spend a corruption point to go up one significant level?
No,
corruption
no.
point is
All it lets
reroll
you do is
only.
reroll. Which I don't even think would help you. Your roll is already fantastic.
No, my roll's brilliant. Yeah. Okay, then I will.
I think you've just
I'll
got to
take
eat
damage,
this one.
I think.
Yeah,
I'm just going to swallow it.
Alright,
Ooh, and that
applying
means you lose your
damage.
advantage.
I don't think he had any to begin with, to be fair.
No, he was on full advantage, I think.
No, he lost it when the storm vermin
No,
hit him.
I lost it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, you need to make another endurance test.
No, I don't. This is not the droid you're looking for.
You must do it. Do it now.
Uh,
Or suffer the DM
what-
rage and
what
immediately
difficulty
die.
was it?
Easy. No problem. You're fine. You all definitely took your vitamin C this morning.
Yeah, I'm ginger. I'm permanently carroted.
I don't like that.
You can't.
Are you
say that,
also?
can
Are you also ginger?
No, I don't like how he's measuring things on the table.
Oh no!
Okay.
Another rat! This one comes skittering up from the southern tunnel. And it moves into attack Antorius. It has a -10 from being below him. But it has a plus 20?
Charging.
It's also charging, that's right. So let me just get this all up and sorted. So it's charging. There's a modifier of +5 from the storm vermin, and another modifier of, I think it's 25 in total.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I see
This is
that's
where we
a
should
modifier.
pull out our Hell Blast.
So it's-
yeah, body gun.
+10 from charging, -10 from being in the sewage, so that cancels itself out. +20 from the outnumbering, and +5 from the
that
storm
one,
vermin.
I've got that one.
25.
Ooh, coming on, Tarius.
Antorius has full advantage. He should be able to handle this.
Just a flat challenging roll, right?
Yep. No problem at all. No fucking issue.
Boom.
Antorius is absolutely on a roll
Jesus.
right now.
He might not kill things, but goddamn can that boy dodge.
Finally, there is one more clan rat. This one.
That's the question. Which one's he going to attack? Is he going to avenge his friend or go for the guy who's
I
already
mean, did he
beaten
even
up?
notice his friend get muddled?
Well, you see,
the
the thing
question.
is, this clan rat realizes it's now surrounded on two sides, and it's an absolute little coward. Wait, oh no, it can't, because you have more advantage than it. It was going to spend its advantage to get away from Kern, but it can't.
It's
'cause
not
Kern
engaged
has
with
more.
Kern, so he can still use his
Yeah,
advantage.
it's
That's-
engaged with Whittle.
It's engaged with Whittled. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's gonna. It's gonna meme. It's gonna absolutely meme. Right? It's gonna disengage from Whittled, and then it's gonna charge Lorne.
Oh, you bastard!
No, can I not
Well,
interfere?
I was about to say,
You cannot.
I was about to say, in all fairness, the two most challenging people so far to fight is me and Kearns.
Yeah.
So,
The warrior and the coward.
yeah.
So the clan rat burns its advantage to flee from Kearns, abandoning its other one to fight Whittled on its own. And it's going to rush over and it's going to attack Lorne, which is probably actually a bad idea for it in hindsight, but here you go, it's only a rat.
Does it not see the guy in shining armor?
By the way, this one actually has a shield as well.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So this one's
He-
charging.
As
You
Lorne's
do
watching
not
the
have
battle
4
unfurling.
advantage. What the hell are you talking about? You have 1
That's it.
It has
advantage.
3 advantage.
It has 1 advantage. Oh, wait.
Oh, it has.
Wait a minute. Am I using... Oh, wait, no.
You
Whoops.
changed my advantage.
Yeah, no, I did. Whoops, I was actually using the wrong token. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Weapon.
Put my
checks.
advantage back to what it was. Thank you very much.
It is, it's 3.
Yeah, you
Okay, so
changed
this
it to
one
1
it
and
does
that's
have an advantage of 1 for charging. He's got a +5 from the storm vermin. How does he do? Oh!
Jesus.
Let's see if he succeeds. Okay, yep, you're fine.
And
I'd like to
loses his
fucking
advantage.
point
He
out.
loses his
I'd like to
advantage.
fucking point out here that me and Whittle 2v1'd a demon, but we're struggling with a bunch of vermin.
It's just 'cause there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
I mean, you have already
Heck,
slaughtered 3 of
yeah.
them and
Morn's
almost
go.
finished off the 4th.
I did my best. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying here, lads.
I was just gonna say there's.
Oh my
actually
god,
one
I don't think I could have rolled worse.
Ooh, you could not. Do you have any fortune?
Nope.
No. All right. I think you're literally just eating shit here.
Finally,
let's
Yep.
see. What does he
How
want to
bad
do?
does he roll, though?
He wants to use his weapon skill on this one.
The
Not
rules
his shield.
lawyer gets lawyered.
Yep, so I've lost my advantage. And
You've
I
also
take
fumbled. Okay, you're
Next
unable
move.
to move. Not that you were really going to anyway.
I was planning on moving to the Stormvermin to help Antarius and Runk, but since
Right,
that
you've
Skaven came
you've
up,
tripped
that
and
wasn't
you're
the plan.
currently staggering around trying to regain your balance.
Yep.
Out of interest, does that apply to this move that he should have been able to take if he had killed it, or his next move next round?
I would assume my next move.
That's shit. Okay.
Yeah,
But
I
then
think.
again, I haven't made a move this turn, so you could argue that it
Yeah.
would apply to
But
this
you
one.
can't move.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
move because
move.
I don't have any advantage.
You don't qualify to move, therefore
Oh,
it's your
yeah,
next move.
yeah, okay. Yeah, shit. Okay, so if he had the advantage, so it could count as
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right,
I
boys,
think that's the
we're
end of your
back on.
turn.
Yeah,
Back
that's
on the
the end of my
victory
It
turn.
seems that it's starting to. The tides are starting to turn a little bit here. You guys are starting to lose your advantage. Let's see if Runt can
No, it's
turn it
fine.
around.
Runk's going to turn this around.
I think he will. I think he'll turn this around, no problem.
I mean, kill the Stormvermin, and I bet they'll start retreating. Unless they think they've got the numbers.
Oh, big. Let's see how he does.
That's gonna
I
mean the
think
second
you're
one hits, though,
actually
isn't it?
outnumbered 2-1 here. I think.
I think you're right.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to have a plus 20. Nailed him!
It is not enough.
Runk, how do you kill the storm vermin?
I as I kind of, I'm gonna like hit him with my axe in the chest, and as he staggers back, I'm saying, "Don't touch my friends," and then I'm gonna bed it in his skull.
You skewer this storm vermin with both of your axes, and it lets out a chittering hiss, twitching and convulsing before slumping down into the sewage. All of these Skaven are going to make a morale test.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Didn't you leave
Well,
this guy? Didn't...
I was about to say, before the morale test, I'd like to, with my back swing, hit the one to my right. So
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
before they even have a chance to, because look, it's worked it out now. I can do the offhand. See, it's shit, but I can do it.
Oh yeah, so 8 goes into 80. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Which one are you targeting?
That one, but
Can you hit with a roll? Of
This
80?
one.
I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how badly the clan rat fucks up, innit?
Yeah, exactly. If it fucks up, it's fine. If
fair
not,
point.
Why are you in the toilet?
He has like a wireless mic, doesn't he?
yeah.
This clan rat is not engaged yet.
No, it's not. Oh, the clan rat won. Shocker with my hideous roll.
What a surprise.
I know.
The
got
clan
the
rats are
big
now
mate there.
going to go and make... Don't forget to lose your advantage. The clan rats are now going to make
had
their
not.
morale tests. Characteristics, they're going to make willpower tests. Astounding failure. Success. Success.
Might need to mark these.
Oh, I am. Failure. Success. Success. 2 of the Skaven have lost their morale and are trying to flee. That is the end of Runk's go. I don't think you can't move because
No,
you're
it's
still
not.
engaged. You're still engaged.
I've got a second turn, mate.
Wait, what?
I've got a second attack action.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Frenzy.
sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, it's alright. I understand it's confusing. I'm a god. It happens. Right. So, I get -10 for being in the poop roll. Oh, oh.
Which one?
One on the right.
Okay. What are you best at? You're going to use your weapon skill. I think he succeeds there. Yeah, you did forget to target him, but...
Did I? No, I've got him targeted.
I think there's just been a glitch there of some description, it looks like.
Okay.
Well,
my
in any
backhand
event,
will
he
also
succeeds.
target him.
Yep.
But I don't, for some reason, last time it came up with this offhand thing telling me that I had an offhand hit. This time it hasn't done it.
It's not coming up every single time your significance level is a fail. I don't know the reason why for that, because as you did say, you just need to hit with it.
I can mention that to the developer and see if you can get it fixed.
Yeah.
So that result should
nice.
be 85, right?
Yeah. So I've rolled it for you to change.
Yeah.
But
So
it's still,
that should
not a
be
great hit.
an 85. No, you didn't win. What are you talking about? So
Yeah, I know, it's because I had to roll for you to edit it, didn't I?
Yeah. No, I was talking to the game, not you.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually has one advantage, doesn't he?
Yes, from winning that first attack.
Oh my god. Higher weapon skill breaks ties.
That's
definitely going to win.
I think that's it's just actually, but yeah, it's Runk.
Oh,
no,
wow,
actually,
shit,
no,
okay.
it's Runk by a fair bit actually. Yep. No.
I was about to say, yeah. My weapon skill is the one thing I'm fucking good at here.
Yeah, applied damage. Yep. He takes a bit of a beating, gain advantage.
I'd like to remove his right arm, and as I do it, stare Lorne in the eyes. Or at least, my damage is right arm.
Yep, you skewer its arm and it hisses in rage and pain.
You look behind you to look at my back.
Yes, precisely. I glare angrily at you.
That is a very dead storm vermin. That's a very dead clan rat. That's a very dead clan rat. That's an alive elf.
Listen, you leave Runk in a room and things die.
Pretty true. I mean, you can literally just follow where you've gone for the bodies.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you can't move anywhere unless there's a dead body in that spot.
Well, yeah, that is exactly that's how my brain works. If there's something.
What is our elven acrobat going to do?
Sorry, I was AFK. That's my turn?
Yep.
Okay, so that dude's dead, that one's running, the one in front of me is not running, so I'm gonna stab this one, I guess, for the moment, and, go from there.
Okay.
Should I do negative 20 or whatever, because it's on the same ground as I am, and I'm offhanded?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a basic bitch fight, 1-to-1, because the other one's no longer trying to engage you.
Yeah.
Okay, he is going to use his weapon skill. I think he wins. He wins, though. So I don't know how does that work out then?
He doesn't take the hit from Antarius, but he takes the fumble. So he kind of he knocks his weapon against the wall, drops to pick it up, but ducks underneath his weapon at the same time.
Yeah, okay, we'll take that. That seems fine. Okay, so he's going to be going to the bottom of the initiative order. I need to put like a little marker on him to remind myself of that. I can't really do that. Just someone remind me when it comes to this guy's turn.
The one that only Antarius can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can remember.
Alright. So Antarius can't move. Or he can move if he wishes, actually. You can spend your advantage.
But I don't really feel like moving.
So you're having a great time. You don't really care.
I'm having a great time. It's all good.
So dead rat, live rat. Okay, it's not his go. He goes at the end. Remind me that after Runk's turn, that rat gets to act. Clan rat. This one here, he is not routing. So he's going to try and pile into Runk. think, yeah, he's now outnumbering Runk 2 to 1 with his mate here. So he doesn't have any advantage, but he does have a modifier of +20. What's he got? Garbage!
Just having a wee 1 second. I'm heading back to my laptop now.
Okay.
Right. So I've been attacked by a garbage rat boy.
Yep. Let's
Runk
see,
smiles
are you more
internally.
garbage?
Runk smiles internally at the fact that every time he kills one of these things, another one appears and it makes him happy inside.
He
That
loves
is
it.
all you want, isn't it?
He loves waves of enemies.
Oh!
Oh!
No, he doesn't!
No, he doesn't. He gets fucked. He gets absolutely fucked.
Well, okay, so just a quick question. I'm not sure if this makes sense, but I just spotted then as I rolled, it added a -20 penalty for no reason. Is that because I'm outnumbered?
Yes. Actually,
Okay, cool.
it shouldn't, but you do have a -20 penalty.
Yeah, okay.
To defend
well,
yourself.
automatically it's added a -20 at the moment, so I'm not sure if that was for some reason.
Yeah,
or
I
if the
don't
game
know. I
actually
don't know
had-
if it's trying to be like super clever. But you are at a -20. So
Okay. Well, maybe it's just doing it on purpose because it knows there's two people. next to me.
maybe it just knows there's two people that are fighting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It could be
Yeah.
that those two have already attacked you, so it knows that. But did you add that bonus outnumbering modifier to their attack?
Yes.
No. But,
So that's doubling it then.
No,
that
that's
says
it. That's him
-20.
defending.
yeah, that's
Oh,
me defending
because
it.
you're dual wielding, aren't you? And
However,
frenzying.
yeah. However, things are
both of
looking
those-
rough for Runk right now. Oh, for my first time, I'm below half health, boys.
He's taking a lot of wounds. You need to make another endurance test.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually below 10, which is under half health for the first time.
Oh god, you got 21 wounds. What an absolute tank.
I'm a
Yeah,
fucking
no,
god,
he-
dude. Except
Endurance test, please. Easy. Another success. No one's surprised. Current.
when the going gets
You
tough, the
you can
Runk
see
get going.
your friendly dwarf is actually taking a beating.
Coward.
He's not quite near death, but he is definitely struggling. Let's say.
I don't want to step in shit.
I mean, you've already swallowed some. What difference does it make if you step in it?
Why did I swallow shit?
In the session before
time you were
last.
in sewers?
Oh yeah.
And nothing. There was no bad effects from it.
Yep,
Nothing
there was
was-
nothing.
No
happened
bad
at
effects
all.
whatsoever.
Well,
It's totally not in an incubation period.
I'm just.
I've just realised something. You know, for the endurance rolls you've been having us do, if there's any advantage, is it automatically adding that as a bonus?
Yes.
Because that shouldn't be applying, should it? Unless it's a combat roll.
I guess you've got a point. But I'm pretty sure Runk is just an absolute tank. Because don't forget,
Runk
it's an easy
absolute
test.
tank. Runk is an absolute
Yeah, your
so-
advantage should not be applying to the endurance tests for the plague. Just an FYI. But I don't think that
something
really
to keep an eye
matters.
out for future rolls.
Yeah, I don't think that really matters so far. Anyway,
Well, I am. Just
Yeah,
gonna
I have no
keep going
advantage.
with it. I'm just gonna. I can't. Well, I can't. I can't attack the one Whittle's attacking, can I? No.
the only way you're going to get some damage done is if you go down into the sewage.
Yeah, looks like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Join my dwarf friends and shit. He's waist high.
Okay, can you make an easy endurance test?
I wish I could favorite some things. There we go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, you can. You can.
You can make a macro.
Is it an easy?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
that's at the bottom bit.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
is it
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. You're fine.
Used to this. And I'm
Oh,
gonna-
you've done it. You've done it with your advantage. But it doesn't
mean, that's
matter.
not
It doesn't
passed
matter.
by an
You would have passed
exceeding
anyway.
amount.
You would have passed anyway. But that's one to bear in mind. Your advantage does not apply in that
Oh,
situation.
right. Cool.
But it's
Got you.
fine. It's fine. Carry on.
But it will apply in this situation because I'm going to club this clan rat.
Okay.
No, because it's not an endurance roll from. Oh, you mean for the attack roll?
Go ahead.
Would that be a charging if I'm going out?
You've only moved 1 square, so no. It needs to be
Wait, what
more than your
square?
walking distance, I believe.
I moved 2 squares.
You moved 2 squares.
That's
Let me
on-
check the charging rules, but I don't think so. I think that's too short. I'll just real quick. Moving in combat, page 165. Charging. Your opponent must be at least your move characteristic in yards away from you. Your move characteristic is 4. He needs
Right,
to
no,
be at
wait,
least 4 yards away.
I only moved.
Which, hang on a minute, he might be. He is.
Oh. Yeah.
He
right,
is.
charge.
Yep, you can charge him.
I'm just gonna run, splash down into the sewer and club him around the head.
Alright, go ahead. Oh, a good roll, a very good roll.
Oh yeah.
Let's see
Thank
how
you, my
he
friend.
does. Does he have any advantage? No, he doesn't. He doesn't actually have any bonuses at all. Oh, he didn't do too shabby himself, but you've come out on top there. Apply that damage. Yeah, you bludgeon the clan rat. You are already at top advantage, so you can't really gain anymore. Okay.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'd like a little subtitle to appear above Kern's head saying "Runk will render this."
He's feeling
Okay.
confident. He's wearing that fucking mask.
This is actually the bravest he's ever been. I think we all need to clap back, you know.
Yeah.
positive room.
It's
I
because if
know.
I don't do anything, you'll die.
Okay, so this one running away.
That one's
I'll
running
get an
away?
attack of opportunity. Yeah, I'll get an attack of opportunity. on this.
You actually won't, because he's going to burn his advantage to get away from you. You can attack him now, though. And if he fails to protect himself, then he will
Yeah,
lose his
that's a great
advantage.
point.
Should I do that, or should I attack the injured one?
Depends if you want
the
to
one
let
that's
you,
running
you
away
could let
might
him
get
go and
reinforced.
do more damage to that one, or you could try to attack the one that's running away and pin it down.
Running away is no longer a threat anyway. Isn't it?
Mate, you've got
I mean,
two
he hasn't
knives. You
started
could always
running
just use
away
both hands.
just
Oh,
yet.
no.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my first attack on the barely injured rat.
Okay. Oh, so you guys can actually see those little health things, can you?
We can see whether it says barely injured, badly injured.
But you can't
near
see the
death,
actual health bar
uninjured.
itself.
No.
We
Can you
can't
see
the
your
actual
health bar?
We can see our health
Our
bar.
health bar comes
Yeah.
up when we actually click on,
But I
right click
can't
on the
see
character. It tells us
why-
the exact number.
Okay.
But I can't see like.
Do I get a bit of advantage because he's below me, right? I get modifier.
You don't gain advantage. You gain a +10. I think you've actually got better than that. I think you've now got like a... You got like a +50. Yeah, you got a +50 to hit him. You're outnumbering him like 3 to 1. Okay, he's feebly going to attempt to protect himself.
I mean, he's not outnumbered 3 to 1 because he's got his other clan rat engaged with him. But he is being attacked from the back.
Yeah, he is.
So it's a.
Yeah, no chance. I didn't think he was going to succeed
Bam.
there. How'd you kill it?
I think just like, where do I hit him? Right up. Yeah, right up in the shoulder and, you know, hit vessel.
Straight down into the heart chamber. Blimey. Yep. Rip.
Remember the start of Troy, where he does like the big jump and then stabs the big guy through the shoulder? Yeah, like that.
Yep, alright. Rest in peace, that clan rat. His
Uh,
mate is
wait,
going to
wait,
make a...
Wait. And extra.
Alright, calm down.
It's not.
Don't forget to gain advantage.
Okay. One advantage. Do I get any modifiers because he's running, or?
I'll say... I'm going to give you something.
interesting.
I'm going to give him
Must be engaged from
something.
the rear, that kind of thing.
But he's not engaged. He does have advantage on you. I'm gonna say you've got a +10. I'm gonna give you a +10.
Little bitch running away.
Right, he's going to try and dodge.
Ooh, not bad.
Yep, you got him. He loses his advantage. You gained 1 advantage. Right, you done?
Guessing Whittle's on max advantage at the moment.
No.
Right, he is now fleeing. Which means... Fleeing... If you flee, your opponent immediately gains 1 advantage and may attempt 1 free attack. The free attack is an unopposed melee test using whatever weapon is currently held, using the SL score to damage you as normal. As you're throwing caution to the wind, your opponent gains +20 to hit you.
Fucking hell.
So an easy
If you are hit, your opponent gains +1 advantage again. He's already broken, so that's fine. Once the free attack is concluded, he may move up to his run movement. Okay. So, yeah, Whittled, you gain 1 advantage and get a free attack.
And that was a bonus of 20, was it, you say?
Yes. It is not an opposed test. Target him anyway, but like he'll just forfeit.
Oh!
In which case you... you're burning a fortune point. Okay.
Yeah.
Pose with target... Oh, whoops. Mistake. There we go, I finally learned how to do that. How to change the target retroactively.
Nice.
Yeah, okay, you damage it. You're already at max advantage, you can't get any more. And then, he's already broken. And he's going to move his run characteristic away from you. How far can he go? He can... Yeah, he's gone.
You just get the one
is
then,
gone.
whether you've got, like, dual wield or not.
Yep, you just get the one. He is gone. He's very fast. You're dead. You're going to attempt to run. He has 1 advantage, more than Antarius, who has 0? Why does Antarius have 0? Did you fail something?
Yeah, I failed my attack against the clan rat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to burn his advantage to get away from you.
Okay.
And he's going to move his run characteristic. God, they are actually really fast. This clan rat, he's just going to attack Lorne.
Fight where everyone's on 0 advantage. He still rolls really well, damn it. That's interesting. I've just realised that I've been doing something wrong with... Well, not wrong, but there's a better way of doing it, because when I changed careers I got the meal parry skill, so I don't take the -20 penalty. But for some reason, it's not letting me use the shield with that. So I don't know what's happening. Sorry.
Do you know what the best thing is about being home?
What?
When you've been gone for like 9 months, you can cook you the best fucking food.
For sure.
Dude, I'm literally sitting here eating like mussels and lobster.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, I'm jelly. Can I come over?
I know. I'm like homemade chips. I'm in like such a fucking happy place.
Oh, dude, fuck you. Lorne, it's your go.
Well, this time I'm determined to hit.
You've definitely borne the brunt, well, alongside Runk, I suppose.
Well, the difference between me and Rank is I've borne the brunt on my
You've borne the brunt
shield,
on your
not my
shield.
body.
Runk borne the brunt on his body.
That's what your body's for, mate. What are you talking about?
Right, yeah, he's going to attempt to parry that. He's going to do so handily. The fucking the initiative seesaw, or the advantage seesaw rather.
Again, it surprises me that you're using the weapon as opposed to the shield to block those.
I was mistaken. He doesn't actually have a shield.
Oh, okay.
I think that's you done. I don't think you
Yep,
can do
because
anything.
I can't
Sewer,
move
you were
this
like,
one.
oh, he's got a shit. Oh, wait.
You can't move, so even if you could move, you wouldn't be able to anyway. Runk.
Oh.
Don't forget, you're still frenzied.
Oh, I know. Right, so I'm going to attack the shitty little bitch next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how that goes. So, dual wielding. Yeah, okay, that minus 20. Oh! Right, I think I'm going to have to spend a corruption point here. It's probably my best bet.
Is that worth it?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I
Well,
think I don't
you've done it now, son. You've done it now. You've taken Korn's gambit. Okay. You
not
have an
fucked,
advantage
mate.
point? Yeah, you do. Okay.
I'm on my lowest health so far, like, I'm not risking this. Or rather, I suppose Rump should
Splat!
risk it, but I took off his finger, how violent of me.
Yeah, indeed. As you eviscerate yet another clan rat, and you are now surrounded by a score of bodies.
Right.
Where does Runk move to now? Can he see the one with Antarius, or is he going to have to move to the one?
I can see the room with Antarius, so I'm going to charge that one.
So just a point on this one. I'm okay with you going attack, move, frenzied attack. I'm not okay with you going attack, move, dual weapon attack, frenzied attack.
Obviously. Yeah, obviously. I lost my second attack there, obviously.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Because it's not the same action. So yeah, I still get 2 now, but I don't get 3.
Yep.
Right, so weapon, pick, dual wielding. I should have some. What's that? I need advantage now. Oh. Dual wielding. Good. Again?
Oof.
Oh my lord.
Let's see what happens. I'm not rolling this one.
Dark steel. Dark steel. Dark steel.
No. I've done one.
You're still taking a
I was about to
fumble.
say. Yeah, that's fine. But as on a -1, I can risk that, you know what I mean?
Hang on. The other thing is it's a double fumble as well for the second attack, isn't it?
No. It's
It's
only the
88.
critical. Yeah, the critical's automatically. The critical's automatically one, but that doesn't work. Alright.
But your
okay.
second attack
Well,
is
anyway,
another
he
roll of
misses
88.
his next action.
Yeah, I miss. But so yeah, I've dropped my weapon. I've still got 1, but you know.
So whatever your next action is, you're going to miss it. I think that's going to be your second attack, right?
No, because that's the same action. The
Yeah.
second
Oh, yeah.
attack is part of the same action.
Okay.
Basically,
so
I
your
missed
dual
the
wield
second
then, your
attack.
dual wield is also going to be an 88, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I miss with my second attack. Oh, I'll roll the second one again. Sorry, and then you can.
I'll mod it.
Anything.
I don't expect you to take another fumble. You've already taken 1. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Listen, I've just dropped my wife. I'm very upset right now.
so you've
Oh, I got another fumble.
you
Anyway.
actually won the first one, didn't you? Did you add your advantage? Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Weapon. Oh. Lamau. Rest in peace.
Listen, I might have dropped my weapon, but you know, I dealt with the issue at hand. But I'd like to say, as that attack was on the right arm, I'd like to sever that thing's right arm and then kick it into the sewer and look at Antares and say, "I'm here for you."
No hand jokes. I'm disappointed.
Listen, I severed its right arm. What do you want from me?
Antarius, it is your go. It looks like there are no more enemies nearby. I'll let you guys wrap it up to see if you can kill the one who's... well, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want to try and kill that one, or do you want to let it run away?
Kill it.
I guess that'll be up to Lorne, really.
I'm about to say, Law needs to do something this fight.
I need to kill one of them. I need to kill one.
Okay, well let's just go to Lorne and see if we can see if we can get the hit on it.
I had really hoped that the auto-critical hit would have been enough just to
the clan rat technically goes before you, but I'll just let you have a shot at it before it runs.
Well, I get the free attack for him fleeing, don't I?
You do. Yeah, well, actually, he has advantage on you, so technically he could just run.
He has no advantage.
Yeah, he does, because he just succeeded in
he
defending
does.
against you.
Yes.
So he does have advantage. But I'm going to let you have an attack against him anyway.
Any modifiers or none?
No, none. Okay.
Yeah, you do something.
See if he can dodge it. He cannot. So we'll say that you can tackle it, and then Kern comes along, and between the two of you, you chop it to pieces.
Hang on. Can I use my heroic strike just to chop its head off in one go?
No, you need Kern's help to help you kill something. The DM said it. You need Kern's help to help you kill something.
You absolute petty children. Oh my god. For fuck's sake. Right, whatever. Anyway, you have defeated the rats. Well done. Congratulations. All of you gain 50 experience points.
Whoop whoop.
I'm going to kneel and pray and thanks to the lady for victory.
And my reward is a can of Pepsi, excuse me.
By the way, Whittled, I've decided, as you're my friend, I'm now going to convince you as much as possible that you should take off that armor. And fight honorably. Yeah, and fight honorably.
There's no honor with rats.
There's honor with a lot of rats.
Wait a minute. If like fucking Runt was so compassionate about the corpse's friend, why did he not go to him at the first time he saw him?
Because it was a demon, mate.
You didn't know there was a demon.
I didn't know where his body was either. I went down there to fight and find his body, and the first thing I found was a demon chamber. So I was like, well.
I thought you found the body and walked past it.
No.
Nah.
This is past the demon chamber.
This is further down the hall, yeah.
To slap against the wall and sort of like hold my chest a bit and go, you know, this doesn't mean there's an army of threats.
Yeah. Admittedly, we did take a smoke break before I went to find my dead corpse. The dead corpse of my friend, but still.
You did just kill a demon. I think you're allowed a break off.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But we don't believe you. Do I? Some demon that is. Looking at the rats.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so glad that this wasn't as challenging as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of advantages, mainly the fact that I was in the fight, but nonetheless. If there's one thing I excel at, it's killing things. Everything else, that's you guys' job.
Oh, hey, what you talking about?
Oh wait, actually, yeah, sorry, yeah, the second most valuable player was you in this fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm allowed to be a coward, because I can just not crack your skull if you disagree.
Well, that's the thing. Cowards always know the best way to fight. They only hit when it's needed.
Oh yeah, and I leveled up as well after last session, so I'm a silver 5 bailiff.
Nice.
I can now bless people as well.
I want nothing to do with your lady god.
I can't do shit, man. All I can do is hit people. I do. It's funny. I play cunt as like a coward, but he has the talent warrior born.
Yeah, literally you said last time, I was like, what the fuck? But
I know, I can't believe you went for that talent.
Yeah.
I just got it. They gave me it, so I was like, okay. It's good.
And Runk, you're telling me you don't want the blessing of fortune when it comes to rolling your attacks?
No, it's the lady. I believe in dwarf gods. If I was human, maybe, but still. Meta game, of course I fucking want that, but dwarven, no.
Fair.
If I have a fucking preference for my death, I'd rather die, like, metagame, I'd rather die, like, striking the last blow against the big bad boss of the whole game as I die.
Don't worry, if you die, I'll give you a proper funeral in the form of the lady.
Go out like Brock's ago.
I will come back from the dead to eat you. I will voluntarily leave my place at the side of my gods to come back and taunt you.
I believe the lady is the only true god, so I will give anyone who dies a funeral worthy of the lady.
Yeah, well, except for when you're in a joust. In which
Hello.
case any god would.
Hello. Yeah, hopefully by the time I die, you'll have been excommunicated from the Church of the Lady.
So,
Oh no. Yeah, that's another thing. There's like just no consequences to you.
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the next time he sleeps or prays to the lady, he fucking like goes insane from the shit that he's done.
Well, I'm just praying to the lady now, and I've just got the talent blessed from that experience. So, this is going to be interesting.
Have you though? Because Liam wasn't fucking there, so...
Yeah, Liam, if he's here now.
oh, don't spend experience until the end of the session.
Oh, sorry. I'll remove that then.
So, end of combat reminders. Oh, yeah, one of them had rat fever. Let me have a quick look.
Yeah,
at
that
this.
was the one which Lord was meant to roll against, wasn't it?
I don't think it actually got any wounds on anyone, to be fair. So I think that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, God, I'm trying to remember what time of day it was. Above.
Morning.
So,
sorry, you just said it was about lunchtime, just an
Yeah.
hour or two before the melee.
you said it was 12 or 1ish, but I can safely say that
so-
I'm not going to be entering the melee anytime soon.
Yeah, so so the melee is coming up. All right, so you have now defeated the Skaven, at least for now. You can still hear their skittering tails running and their paws clattering against the sewage work as they flee through the tunnel works. No doubt they will return, and in numbers, but for now you have a reprieve and an opportunity to investigate.
I'm going to collect the eels. I'm going to collect the eels of the ones I killed.
If I collected the ears of the ones I'd killed, I wouldn't have any pockets left.
You could make your own necklace out of them.
Sure. No, I'm going to check the corpse. I'm going to check the corpse of the big boy for notes or valuables or anything.
Okay.
How much XP did we get for that?
You all gained 50.
50.
Okay.
I'm going to check over Antarius to make sure he's not hurt.
Not a child, Lauren. I'm fine.
Okay, so you examine the storm vermin. You find that it is actually carrying a small satchel, and much to your disgust, can you make for me, please, a challenging... no. Can you make for me an average willpower test, please?
If there's anything human in here, I don't care.
I mean, you might want to unpause the game for him to make that roll.
It is unpaused.
Maybe not. His game's
Yeah, you're fine.
paused for me.
It's carrying a satchel that looks to you and smells to you like it has been made from a patchwork of dwarvish, elvish, and human hide.
I'd like to go and piss on the corpse of the Storm Warden.
Okay. While you get your member out and you take a little piss on the corpse of the storm vermin, you do have this satchel that you could open if you were so inclined, or you could just toss it.
I'd like to toss it at Withold and say, Withold, open this for me.
Can I try and catch it?
You can make an opposed agility test if you really want to.
Yeah, well, I'm like, oh, money. How did the opposed agility just?
So select yourself, target Withold, roll, go to characteristics, roll agility, challenging. And then Withold has to do the same thing.
Whilst they're doing that, I'm just going to walk over to the dead dwarf and make sure his eyes are closed and offer a prayer over his body.
I will slice you in half, motherfucker.
Okay, so you walk past the living dwarf, half-living dwarf, who's taking a piss, and you go over to the definitely dead dwarf. Withold? Oh, he's done it. Withold is successful and catches the bag.
Yeah.
And you shoulder Kern to the side for his trouble, the weedy git.
Greedy cunt.
I'd like to, push him into the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I guess you did win, so get fucked, Kern, into the drink. Down you go. Please make a easy endurance test.
Oh no! Sorry, I hope you don't fail this.
You know exactly.
The one fail of the game.
It would be that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you splash around down below after getting shouldered over, but you manage to keep your balance and you don't tip over face first. So we'll come to Withold in a second. Lorne, you go over to the body of Gottry.
And I'm just going to drag him out of the sewers as well after I've finished my prayer.
Okay, so you're pulling
I'd like
him
to
away to
redraw
the
my
side.
weapons.
Okay.
Take that back.
You want to leave your friend rotting in the sewers?
Take
Help
back
me
your
out.
prayer, Bretonian. Dwarves are buried with the dwarf gods, not with your nonsense.
My prayer won't stop him being buried how he wishes, or how he would have wished.
Then take it back.
I will not take back prayers.
I'd like to angrily kind of heft my weapons. Take it back. He is not one of yours.
Offer your own prayers for his soul.
I'd like to neck my health potion.
Oh god, here we go. Okay.
Remember, you've got the fatigue condition as well now because your frenzy ended.
That's very true. I'd like to spend a resolve point.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
You do have them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right, so toughness bonus plus. Okay.
This is like an Always Sunny episode. It'd be titled "The Gang Starts Infighting."
Alright. Let's do this, motherfucker. Want to take back your goddamn prayers from my race, not yours? Let's do this.
Oh lord.
I will not take back
Oh,
any
dear.
prayers
So-
for the lady.
So, okay, so the rest of you can see that the dwarf is literally about to go and attack Lorne. Is anybody intending to act?
Lads, prayers are not. It means nothing. Your friend's dead. Just take the body and let's get the fuck out of here before more of those rats show up.
I'd like to take an action. I'd like to offer a bet that Ruck wins with Kent. One goal.
I would after saying that, I'd slightly take the bet on.
Oh no.
Just step back up on it and just like hammer my coin.
Antarius, are you intending to do anything?
I just kind of like walk in between them and get into the poo water. And I hold my hands up between them. Gentlemen, as much as I like your dispute right now, this is not the time because we did just have several rats run away, no doubt trying to get more. We should just take your friend and we should deal with this up above before we get ambushed again. And that's all I'll say for the moment.
That's fine by me.
I can say I'm not doing that unless I fail in the post test.
Can I roll a charm test on?
You can. I guess we can have an opposed. I don't know. what do I want you to do? Normally I wouldn't have people use like charm tests on other players.
No, I know, but
make-
I'm not doing that unless I'm forced to, basically.
Okay, so can I have Antarius? Can you attempt to do can you do an opposed charm test against Runk, and Runk, can you do a willpower test, opposed willpower test as a response, please?
I'll just do.
Can I assist Antarius' charm test? Because
No, I don't think you are going to be a suitable assistant in this regard.
That's fair.
All right.
Ooh, nice. Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Is your willpower actually 77, or have you got advantage on that?
I have no.
I might have advantage on that. I have.
Oh yeah, I don't know why
willpower's
that's so high. That's probably not right. Your
No, I have no advantage.
willpower is actually 57, so you're getting
Yeah.
a plus 20 from somewhere there.
Oh, okay, well that's fine then. I failed. All right,
Yeah.
I'll sheath my weapons with an angry glare, and I'll go and pick up Kotri on my own and begin walking out.
Okay.
This isn't over, Bretonian.
You seize the mangled body and haul it over your shoulder. Can you make for me, please, a difficult... Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I've accidentally just spent money on your weapon skill. Fuck.
Nice. Cheers, mate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So I need to take...
If you right-click it, it shouldn't do the addition.
Okay, there we go.
unless
Right,
you-
right-click it, undoes it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, can you make for me, please, a difficult heal test, please?
Oh my god. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I failed.
Unfortunately, the body is mostly mangled beyond recognition. Any attempt that you might have once made to identify the sort of damage that might have caused Gottri's death has now been scarred over and mutilated beyond all recognition by the gnawing teeth marks of Skaven.
Okay, that's fine then. I thought he was alive. I don't like that silence, Liam.
Are you intending to leave the sewer?
I am. I'm watching out the goat tree.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing then? You're kind of stood here in this sewage. Looks like it's mostly a dead end. The passages that the Skaven fled down look like they get very narrow. You could try and follow, but it would be
chop
difficult.
the head off the storm vermin to take to the guard.
That's a good idea.
Antarius, you think that might be a very stupid idea.
That's a bad idea. Yeah.
Why would that be a bad idea? Obviously, the guard need to do something about this.
Because
If
the
this-
guards are covering up the rat incident right now. All of the rat catchers have been
Alfred.
murdered. Like,
Are you telling me the guard are complicit in this taint?
they might be. I'm not too sure yet because with what we know,
Someone's mouth breathing.
Sorry.
with what we know, we know that there is like a merchant conclave or whatever that is working to do what is going on down here, and they may have paid them out up top because they did cover up one Skaven murder already, and they might be willing to cover up another one, maybe against someone that brings up a body like this.
See, as,
we should
see
go.
as Antarius is speaking, can I have a quick... He's mentioned something, and I want to ask the DM a question.
Hmm?
Who won your bet, by the way?
Right, you know... Sorry, what?
Who won your bet, by the way?
No one, it was false.
Go on.
Scroll. Anyway,
So no currency was exchanged at this point.
Not yet. Not yet. Aye. Fuck, shut up. You're distracting me now. You know the DM would know my what was it? Yeah, my long-term personal ambition. He's involved with guilds in the past. Would he
Yep.
have any information on this merchant guild down here?
So, as far as you haven't really done very much business with Bogenhafen in the past. You know that it is a network that recently came into a significant amount of prosperity within like the past 2 years or so, roughly. You know that it's well connected with trading outposts, both in the Grey Mountains, pardon me, with the dwarf holds that are there, and also with the Kingdom of Bretonnia itself. Bogenhafen is a trade hub linking up to Bretonnia, which they import many furs, skins, textiles, and other goods from Bretonnia. Apart from that, you're not too familiar. You know how the structure of merchant guilds work in general, but as far as this supposed like Ordo Septenarius or anything like that, you've never heard of anything like that before.
Just another.
The Ordo Septenarius, like, you've known of, like, charitable works that, like, merchants have set up in the past, but none that have kind of obfuscated themselves in such a weird and strange way.
Because it seems more religious-like.
Usually, like, for one, they normally don't name themselves in High Gothic.
Well, I was saying, well... back to character. Thank you. Antarius, well...
Yes.
These things are just here. Well, I don't think they're just here. I think they might be. You know, they could be in Altdorf. They could be in, you know, back home. But fucking anywhere really.
Also,
like,
just as a complete side note, I'm just thinking about like the balance of potions, right, and using potions in general. And I'm thinking I might introduce a system whereby you can basically get toxic if you drink too much of them, just to kind of limit abuse of just like constantly like spamming potions all the time.
I like that.
Because I don't want that to be a thing. So I'm going to think about it, but I may introduce a house rule where like if you drink too many potions in a short amount of time, it'll fuck you up.
So 1 or 2 free per day after that endurance tests, or
yeah, probably something along those lines. Probably a limit of like 2 a day, after which you will start suffering adverse effects.
Well, as I was saying, if they're here, they could be anywhere. We've seen just a small handful of what should be here. I mean, they've definitely came more. There's just it could be bigger. It could the guards here.
Did I miss anything important? So we're okay.
Yeah, actually, you did. I just mentioned about potions. I don't know if you caught that part, but I was just thinking about it then while the guys were role-playing. I may introduce a house rule regarding potion usage, whereby if you can basically overdose on potions if you use too many per day.
As long as I get advantage on any rolls on that, because I'm a doctor, sort of, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Also Dwarven Constitution. But it'll probably be something along the lines of some kind of endurance test that is increasing in difficulty the more that you abuse potions. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now because of that.
Sorry. Apologies.
No, that's fine.
So, what you're saying is kind of right, that there are rat's nests like these.
Am I right to assume that you guys are not just stood here and are actually like trying to walk out of the sewer?
Yeah.
Well, I started walking.
I'm cutting off some meals and about to leave.
I mean, before this conversation goes any further, I'm going to interrupt Antarius and say, that may be a fair point, but we still need to take some evidence in case they aren't complicit, but maybe something more subtle than this guy's head. What would you suggest?
Take its tail.
Take its tail. Yeah, that's what I would think.
I'm going to chop off the big guy's tail then. And start making my way out the sewer.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
And I also start making my way out the sewer. And I think, like I'm saying this out loud, I believe what we need to do is we need to focus on mapping out these sewers a little bit more so we can see where they're hiding into. Because they've fled into the deeper part of these sewers, and I don't know how far down this goes. So that would be something we need to consider. And then we also know that these councilmen, or this Ordo Septim, is meeting tonight. So what we need to do is probably see if we can sneak in and listen in. to what they're talking about. Because I think they might be involved in the destruction of the Rat Catchers Guild and what's going on down here with the rats. And if we can connect the two, then we can see about getting some official support from like the nobility, like the Carl Franz's son, or someone else, or we can just see about handling it ourselves. But we can't really just go out and murder a bunch of noble merchants and say that they were just doing this. We need proof first, and then we need enough evidence to support our claims, basically, or else we'll just be on the run for the rest of our lives, and I don't particularly want to do that.
I'm going nowhere with the Bretonian.
We need to. Well, I guess we're leaving the tunnel, aren't we? As we're saying this.
I think you both need to settle this dispute right now if you're going to continue like this. I think there is some sort of compromise that could be made between you two. As to what it is, I'm not too sure.
Are they still bloody going on about those prayers? Who?
Yes, they are.
He is a dwarf. He is not a Bretonian, noble or not.
Does it matter? Is it not the thought that it's moved a companion here so much?
You see me praying over the gods. Do you see me praying with my gods over humans? No. He died a dwarf's death fighting. He should have been prayed for by dwarves.
Bloody draconic ways. Right. Well, let's as soon as we get out the sewer, let's think about finding someone on the inside to help us support these claims.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 sec, sorry. Just doing something.
That's fine.
Is that working? Okay. Great. For fuck's sake.
Out of character question, Runk. Seeing as you drank your potions and back to normal health, were you planning on joining the melee?
Well, that doesn't heal me completely, so no, not really. But I am still very angry at you. Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
So no, I'm not planning on joining the melee because I'm too focused on other things. But no, I'm probably not going to join that. Basically.
I was thinking, unless something came up, I'd still want to do that. But if no one else was doing it, it might not be the fairest thing to do.
To be fair, you didn't do anything in the fight stuff.
I tanked a lot of hits, but not really an awful lot.
Okay, so you all emerge back out into the streets of Bogenhafen. It is just about a little bit after noon. It's an overcast day. There are a few droplets of rain that are starting to fall from the sky as you emerge stinky and wretched from the sewers, carrying the mutilated and mangled corpse of a dwarf who has been utterly torn apart. Several passers-by who were just walking along on their daily business recoil in horror and shock as the bunch of you emerge from the manhole.
I reckon let's go do something about the dwarf, give him a proper burial, and then we should just not wash, go to the creepy man's house.
So
I think Ron's made it perfectly clear that he does not want me involved in the burial of this.
Stay away from my friend, Bretonian.
Lord, I mean, I'm going to be honest, man, but, dwarf comes up in mind, but, Uruk-is, I wouldn't want that either, I can kind of see Rump's point.
Any prayers to different god does not affect the burial rites of the soul of the individual. I would still go to the lady, even if his dwarf gods prayed to his dwarf gods for me.
Well, he could say, but I think he made his case clear. I wouldn't want it.
Look, Lorne, you can always just tell him you take it back and not mean it.
I will not take back any prayer to the lady.
I mean, cross your fingers behind your back. Just don't let him know. He's clearly hot about this.
That would be an insult to the lady.
I mean, you've done enough
I
of
will
that
not
already,
have
haven't you?
I slap him with a glove.
Are you trying to challenge me, sir?
You take
Ooh,
that.
fisticuffs.
At the crack of the glove
You're
slap,
challenging a peasant here, I remind you.
Yeah, at the crack of the glove slap, I'm gonna gently lower Goat to the floor and immediately turn round and stand by Kern. He stood by me when you did nothing. You dare challenge him now when you've vexed me already?
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Kern. It's like you can't actually. You did a solid down in that sewer.
There's a tournament in a few hours. Why don't we settle our grudges there?
Oh yes, when you did nothing in the fight, now you ask those who have fought. That is standard of your honour, you pathetic Bretonian.
Okay, come on now. Let's just take.
I'll take your wager and I'll bet you money on it.
Runk, while he did.
At least I didn't steal the kill of the rat I'd severed the artery of.
The amount of people right now that are stood around watching several stinky people whine at each other about who did the most kills on some fight in the sewers, while you all stink of poo. Everyone is just stood around this kind of like both. You can hear a few people that are quietly like laughing in the crowd that is starting to gather, while some other people are still horrified, and yet more are fixated, horrified on the very long rat tail that is clutched in Lorne's hand.
I'm going to say like we're all unrelated here, myself most included. So let's just not challenge it. Step it down a little bit, like stop trying to the lady over dwarfs, and we're all good, right?
Yeah. I will say, if you two really do want to fight it out, then we can settle this with a duel and have one of you step back from your claim. If this is how you really want to dispute it, I just don't think it's very wise. But I'm also just a neutral party here.
We should probably think about showering.
There is a sudden. Suddenly, you find yourselves approached by somebody from out of the crowd. They are dressed in a dark grey and black robe.
I start to retreat.
There is a skull decoration that embroiders these clothes, and they carry a censer. Anybody with Lore Reichland knows that this is a priest of Mor, who is the imperial god of death.
Would Lore Theology also let me know that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, I have that.
I'd pause a moment and think again. Perhaps it's not the man who's going to kill me.
Hold there, fellows. I can see you're in some manner of dispute, but that body that you have there, I've seen it like before. Those wounds. Oh my, there's more of them. He looks quite horrified.
Tell me what you know.
Forgive me. My name is Franz Steingart. I am from the Mourners Guild here in Bogenhafen. This is not exactly the best place for us to have a rather important conversation, I fear. Perhaps you might be willing to come and meet with me there. I don't think this gathering crowd is going to do you any favours.
Can we meet in a couple of hours first? Because we do kind of smell like this.
Do you have a bath?
We have facilities that we use for washing the deceased that I think you may be able to make use of.
That will be sufficient. Lead the way. I glance back at Runk and walk off, following the priest if he walks away.
The priest for his part. Angrily. The priest for his part is mostly looking at Runk and seems to be mostly talking to Runk because Runk is the one carrying the body.
We will come and speak to you now then, but You must promise to take care of my friend's body.
You have my word. I will take care of this dwarf with the utmost respect. Do you know to which ancestor god he was pledged?
He once believed in Grimnir, but he moved towards the god of craft and other such things.
I see. I will consult with one of my associates on the matter. Please, come with me.
See, there you go, Lorne. How hard was that?
This priest leads you through the winding streets of Bogenhafen. He's moving at quite a quick pace. He seems ever so slightly anxious and like he doesn't really want to be out in the streets at the moment. The rain starts to fall a little bit heavier. After several
wash off some of the
After several twists and turns, you eventually find yourself in what basically looks like a cemetery. It's inside there's a fenced-off area with an iron rail. Inside there is a small public park that is mostly well trimmed and looked after for the most part. There's a gardener walking about here who may also be a gravekeeper of some description. There isn't really anybody visiting at this time. Most of the people in Bogenhafen right now are either in the merchant district or they're at the Schaffenfest for one of the penultimate days in which the festival is taking place. This priest makes his way towards the large ceramic building. It looks a little bit older than the rest of Bogenhafen. It's made out of ceramic brick. He's made his way over there. It's painted grey and black, much like his robes. He opens the front door with a key, gestures you all quickly inside, and directs you down a small corridor towards the left, where you find what looks like basically a place where you might put a lot of bodies into several tubs that you can then fill with water that appears to be led in by some kind of primitive pumping system that is linked up to the city's waterworks.
Well, I'm going to clean
Please,
myself off, making
gentlemen,
sure my
make
tablet
yourselves
shield-
respectable to an extent. I do have a few spare garments that haven't been claimed by the family of the deceased, if you are in any severe need.
I'll have a look through. I think you have to change these socks after you go through. You don't want bloody rotten feet, do you?
I'm going like everything off and I'm just going to jump in there.
I'm planning on ransacking the donation box.
If I will come back with a selection of attire, and we will see if we can find something appropriate for you. If you'll excuse me.
Do any of us notice that what Kern's doing?
Hopefully,
There is no donation box here.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'll just turn straight around to the group and go. Hopefully, someone rich died.
I'm going to give you a glare and say, respect the
too
dead.
busy I'm just too busy jumping in the water. That's just what made me clean.
Am I reasonable to presume that you are all now busying yourself with not being a filthy pack
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I'm cleaning
literal Skaven? Okay. So
Yes, but also I'm still as far away from Thursday as possible.
You're so passive aggressive. Right. You
I'm not making any
you
attempt
clean
to
yourselves
avoid
up over the next 15 to 20 minutes. Eventually, the Priest of Moor returns, carrying a small selection of garments. Let's check how good they are. These are mostly average attire. It looks like they're ranging in size from small to medium to a few that are quite clearly that once belonged to rather obese people. Most of them are like probably high brass attire. One or two pieces of low silver.
I'd take what's the silver? Are they like nice socks? Like...
Ish, like they're all right. They're well-made garments, but they're not particularly flashy or anything.
Nice pant.
I'm going to take those and stick them underneath my armor.
I'd like to immediately I'd like to try and grab those and hand them to Kearns.
You said there was 2 pairs. Are you going to take both?
Yes. The passion aggression is real right now.
I'm gonna.
I didn't think dwarves stooped to such low measures, even those who'd taken the Slayer's Oath.
Was that a
I'm
pun?
gonna,
That was an attempt at a pun, but it was just really shit.
I think it was pretty good, actually.
I didn't even think of that as a pun. I was trying to insult his honor as a Slayer.
I want to go back to my
As a
kid
dwarf.
and
Yeah,
getting it cleaned. But I want to like, see.
remember the wash behind your
bag
ears.
thing. Yeah, I want to see the bag. I think what you got in front of me, and I just want to have a look through that now.
Right, so you acquire the necessary clothes that you need. It's up to you whether or not they're brass or silver, but they can't be anything higher than something like silver 2. Is the quality of the attire that you can get. Mouth breathing.
Breathing.
So after you've gotten yourselves changed, the priest of Moor brings himself in and he sits down on a small stool and steeples his hands with a look of great concern. This dwarf that you've rescued from, I presume, the sewers by the state of you, he isn't the first that we've had brought here. There have been many such cases of mutilations like that in much a similar manner, many of which have been peasants, beggars, and similar of the lower strata of society, shall we say. We've yet to be able to work out a motive. We think it's possible there may be some sort of serial killer afoot, judging by the fact that in almost all of these cases, several vital organs have always been missing, including the heart.
I'm going to pull out the rat tail and say, we found large walking, talking rats around the corpse of this one. This is the tail of one of them. You ever heard of such a thing?
He stares at you incredulously. Is that... what?
And also, the Rat Catchers Guild was burnt down, so I suspect they're linked.
I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. That's truly absurd.
I glance over to Antarius to give a more articulated explanation.
Mutters of breath. Classic, the Bretonnian turns to the elf.
I shake my head to Lauren and just drop it. We're not gonna find our answers here. Drunk, you're here to settle things with your fallen friend. Just see to your business.
Keep the Bretonnian outside, and I will administer the burial rites. The rest of you fought for his honour. You're welcome at his side.
Well, for the priest, I'll turn to the priest. Just look at the size of that tail, and with these eels I've collected off them just recently, and I've shown the trinket of eels I've got.
He shrugs at you helplessly. I don't know how you've acquired these things, whatever they are, but take it to the watch. There's not much I can do about that.
Our friend suggests the watch may be complicit with these creatures.
The priest immediately performs some sort of religious gesture. By more, please. I cannot hear any more of this. I am a law-abiding citizen. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
I agree. I don't think you've heard anything at all. And I try to take Lauren, Lauren, let's just step outside for a moment.
I
Can't.
look at the priest in case he says a bit more, then follow out Antarius.
The priest seems gravely concerned.
Not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the priest by the arm and try and drag him with me, to the body. Kind of deal with those burial rites.
He, as you take him over, he explains that he's not familiar with this dwarf and isn't familiar with who he might be or whether or not he has any family. And as such, there is a need for a certain stipend in order for him to receive a burial allotment, unless he wishes to be cremated.
I will pay for his burial. Bury him under the sign of Morgrim.
Indeed. 5 shillings.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
He takes the money from you and then promises he'll make sure that the body is well cared for and that he will hire a dwarven smith to make the necessary engravements.
Thank you. I'll take his hand and like touch it to my head or something.
You have my sincere apologies for the fate of what must have been your friend. All I can say is these murders, which is what I think they most certainly must be, they must be resolved, and at once, or else I cannot even say what might become of Bogenhafen if word of what's been happening here gets to the greater public. There would be mass panic. Perhaps you could ask around and see if anybody's seen what happened to your friend here. Maybe someone at the Schaffenfest, perhaps. I know there's been lots of people passing through there.
We've dealt with one of the major issues, but we can't promise yet that it's over.
Sorry.
What do maybe we should ask the priest if there's anything about the demon.
Well, are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
The priest looks at you with a baffled expression.
I mimic the expression.
Do you even know what a demon is?
Well, I assume that's what it is from the tails. It had like big chicken face, big golden feathers, blue and green, and all I know is that me and Run killed it. You know.
So you say? We didn't see no demon.
Of course not. We banished it. Yeah, it's done.
So Antarius and Lorne, you step outside. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
oh, go ahead.
All right. So as you're making your way outside, I assume Antarius, you're planning to like tell him off for being so unsubtle, and you take him around the side, and you're about to do this. And the pair of you notice that actually there is a very small crowd that has gathered near the entrance to the cemetery. And there is a very old, wild-looking man stood there with straggly hair covering his body. He looks like an absolute wretch. He stood, and he's shaking his fist and he's shouting very loudly. And he seems to just be yelling, "Doomed! We are all doomed! Chaos is upon us! The signs are everywhere! I see 7, and I see 9! All they have will be mine, mine, mine!"
Kind of just watch this crazy man for a moment and just listen to him, I guess.
I'm going to walk over and slap him to try and get him back to his senses.
There is a rather large crowd that you'll need to muscle your way through first. Meanwhile, what's happening inside? We've got Runk, who's dealing with the priest. What are Kernt and Whittle doing?
Well, I guess I'm inside with Run for the burial, whatever happens.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, alright, so you're just helping Runk. What's Kernt doing? Hello?
Sorry, I was muted
Hello?
there, so I was mouth breathing. I'd turn the world and know what's in that purse of yours then.
I don't know. I asked the DM earlier, but he didn't tell me.
Oh, okay, so you're actually wanting to open that bag now, are you?
Oh yeah, back when I was washing. Yeah.
Right, okay, that's fine. Alright, so opening that small satchel, you found inside what looks like... Well, kind of awkward to like have you retroactively do it, so you can either do it now or you can do it later.
Well, in the middle of the funeral, let's have No, we'll do it later then.
Okay. Like, basically what I'm asking you is, do you want to be alone?
I mean,
Well,
who's
when
it
you
in
say
the
it
room
like
just
that,
now,
I
isn't
certainly-
it?
Please, just let him speak.
I mean, probably don't want to open it in front of Kern the way you said that. But yeah, no, go on, I'll crack it open now.
Okay. Alright, so you open the satchel, and inside you find what looks like a small green glow. emanates from within. You can see even as you just peek it open ever so slightly, there's something glowing, like looks like irradiated small green stones are inside, as well as what looks like a very small scroll.
Well, I'm just going to drop it. Drop it like it's hot and walk back away.
You literally just drop it on the floor.
Yeah, I'm not playing around with green
I
glow
swooped
stuff.
down to pick it up.
Weren't
you-
those stones the same one that were in the warehouse when you were with Runk?
You're not here! Let the man have his scene! Jesus!
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know you like a bit of gold. I don't like looking at that stuff. That looks...
It looks shiny. Look at it. Look, it even glows. Oh, you can sell that for a night, eh?
I really would suggest you don't touch it.
That's probably why they're carrying it around, so they can see in the dark then. Look at that, they even tried to make a little note here as well. What's this then? I take
Yeah,
these
where's
scrolls.
the...
Okay.
It's the priest guide there.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think we're talking about like the same room or table, I guess.
Whoops, that's not right. I think it's... is it table? No. Oh, whoops. Fuck's sake, roll. Just let me do the fucking thing. Okay, hang on a minute. Can't... there you are. Kern, can you attempt to resist that, please?
Is that both of us or?
No, just Kent.
Ah,
So,
okay.
endurance or cool? They're both pretty high, so I'm going to go with the higher.
Wow, yeah. Blimey, you gain 2 points of corruption as your hand rummages inside the satchel, literally touches the warp stone, and retrieves the small note. Are you abandoning the bag, or are you keeping it?
I think I'd just as you would if you took something out of a bag, you just seal it and put it aside. I'll
Okay.
pocket it.
All right.
I'll
Okay.
look at.
So it's kind of like a handbag sort of thing, like it's a satchel.
Yeah.
Right. So you just kind of sling it to your side. Okay. So you've now got this note, which can you read?
No.
There you go, Kurt. Let's have a look at that. What you got?
You've got a bunch of scribbles.
Oh wow, yeah, that's important stuff here, Ken.
It's a piece of paper.
We should probably show the others. Wow, did you see what it says?
Show the priest.
The priest is
no,
actually currently in the back room talking to Runk.
Oh yeah, in the morgue, but
Okay, this
can you read?
Oh yeah, I'm a great reader.
What does it say?
Wow, this is really dark and important stuff. We should probably show it to our players straight away. That's something you'd be interested in.
Oh jeez, is it that bad, right?
Oh, so yeah. It also says don't touch the warp stone. Give it to the priest more. Look, it says at the bottom there.
What?
It says give the warp stone to the priest.
What's that?
He'll know what to do. Well, the green grey stone. Actually, yeah, that's true. I am metagaming. I'm sorry. It says give the bag to the priest. He'll know what to do.
No.
You find this convincing, of course. No. Meanwhile, outside, Lorne has just made his way over to the crazy person, who is continuing to wildly gesticulate, even as you shoulder your way through the crowd. The star within the circle is the sign of death. Beware the man who is not a man.
I'm going to slap him and tell him to quiet down.
You backhand him, and he staggers backward and crumples onto the ground. He's an old man. What's he going to do?
Do not talk about such things.
He mewls and squirms on the ground. The crowd nearby is kind of like, what the fuck?
I'm just going to glare at him to make sure he stays shut up, then walk off.
As you do so, as you turn around, he suddenly cries out again. The mark is upon you! Beware the bringer of chaos!
What mark?
Suddenly, you hear a scrabbling sound as you presumably whip around to glare at him. And as you do so, you already see that he is absolutely full belting it, legging it.
Alright, show's over. Back to your business. Hey, there's a festival today.
As the man runs away, one of the people in the crowd, who looks like a fairly well-to-do man, makes his way. He just steps a little bit closer to you, and he seems to have a pretty amused smirk on his face. He's quite clean-shaven. He's well-dressed, presumably a wealthy man out of town. Makes his way over to you. I was quite satisfied to see you do that to that silly wretch. Do you know who that was?
Not a clue. You just shouldn't be talking about such things in public.
That man was called Ulthar. Did you know he actually... he used to be the best friend of old Carl Tugan. He's the brother of the late brother, I suppose, of Johannes Tugan. They were very close indeed. Though after Carl passed away, bless his soul, his friend Ulthar went absolutely mad, completely insane. He's been doing this the entire time. Yes, Tugan.
As in Councillor Tugan.
Yes, that's right.
Interesting.
He's been rather unfortunate way. He used to be a rather well-to-do man, believe it or not. He actually ran an estate of his own, though it's long since fallen into complete disrepair ever since his fall from grace. Anyway, well done, chap. He pats you on the shoulder.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the Scharfenfest. Goodbye.
Yourself as well.
And he walks away.
Walk back to Antares and tell him, you know that madman sprouting his treacheries?
What about him?
He seems to have known the brother of Councillor Tugan that Witold is obsessed with. If we are to investigate Councillor Tugan, it might be an idea to have a private conversation with him.
That might be a good idea. We might find something.
Kernt and Witold, are you intending to actually take this parchment to your friends?
What do you reckon, Kurt? I mean, we found it.
I don't see much worth in the note, so I guess I pocket the. I've still got the fucking bag, so that's where the money is. So yes,
down there. It's green and glowy.
Okay then. At which point, this is about the time at which Kernt and Witold come out of the building, and you find Antorius and Lorne there.
I took some sense into this guy. He's got a bag full of green glowy rocks. I don't like it.
They're just emeralds, mate. They're emeralds.
Emeralds don't.
They are clearly not emeralds.
Trust me, I've been around quite a lot of emeralds. They do not glow.
We got
It's glowing, it's tainted.
It's a magic emerald, of course, but it's been tainted. Why are you guys always so negative about this?
Would I know what those are with my lore Skaven or no?
No. I'm going to say no, not from your Lore Skaven. I'd want Lore Chaos.
Okay.
But bum.
Where
Would
did y'all...
Lore Theology be in, because Warpstone is supposedly fractures of Morsleb?
I'm going to say no in this case.
But bum.
Although it's reasonable for you to assume it's tainted. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where did you find this?
There was Whittled had that purse you gave him from that Rat King we killed.
There was a note inside it as well. Oh, have you got the note?
Oh yeah, give him the note.
It was very important.
I read the note aloud for them to hear.
Okay, you examine this note. You can see it's basically scribbles that have been marked by a frantic, anxious hand. It's like it's been written with someone with the most like ADHD you have ever possibly could imagine. Like it's just completely frenetic. The writing is all over the place, and it is scratched in Low Common. Like it is actually written in a language that you can understand, but it's also written in such a way with such bizarre and almost alien style of writing that it's clearly not a human that wrote this. It seems fairly reasonable to assume. And the text here seems to be something along the lines of an instruction, an order, to rescue the lost one.
I'd love the fact that, and just for the sake of hilarity, if he'd gone, oh yes, it's a really important letter, and it turned out to be like a shopping list.
That would be quite funny.
I
This
was
is a
gonna
really
look
important
over
lesson, and Darius must know. Shopping list.
So basically, what
That's
you've got here is it looks like it's basically like orders for troop movements. Basically, with the overall objective of securing the rescue of an important individual.
Okay.
That
that's
important
sort of,
individual wouldn't have been that different coloured rat that escaped yesterday, would it?
The lost one? It might be a reference to the Gracier, yeah.
Racer? What's that?
That's the white rat that escaped the other day.
Yeah, but I think his point was more your metagaming.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No.
The rat catcher actually told him that.
Yeah, the
Oh,
rat catcher
yeah.
did tell, but I don't think Antarius told the rest of us.
No.
Well,
No, he did not.
No, well, that's why I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
The only thing that you're familiar with in the terms of Gracier is that you know that that's what the Skaven call them, and you know that they are some sort of wizard or shaman,
Yeah.
and that they're
Okay,
supposed to be important.
I don't know shit about them. I just know what it's called, and it's important that we find it. So reading the note, and if I take out my map that I have of the sewers, can I kind of figure out what their instructions are and like how they're exploring the sewers? Or
Can you make a very hard navigation test?
Oh jeez, buddy, that's not gonna.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Holy shit!
Oh, yes.
Wow, yeah, not bad. So, because you're like this genius elf person with your genius elfness, you're like able to like cross-reference the mapping of the sewers that you've done so far, as well as some of the information that you got from the rat catcher, as well as the note in front of you. And you think that you're able to work out roughly more or less where you think these rats have probably got their like little base of operations going on. You think you can roughly estimate where you might be able to find their nest.
Okay, so I highlight that on the map, and I say to the others, I think with the instructions that I've gotten here, we can find where these rats are coming from. I point on the map to kind of demonstrate this, but from what I can also tell is I think they're looking out through the sewers trying to find this gray one that ran away the other day. So if we can maybe get ahead of them and find the gray rat before they find it, we might be able to avert some sort of crisis. Because if my fear is correct, that this is a shaman of some sort, then we might be in very, very big trouble.
About this
Things
time,
wrong with the
Runk
ability
is emerging from the building after finishing paying off the funeral expenses and generally just resolving things with the priest.
As I come outside, I'd like to glare at Lorne and say, "You are lucky there was a priest here who knew the rights. Otherwise, this would have been a troublesome time for you."
A human priest of the Moor? That doesn't sound very dwarvish.
He knows the correct rights, unlike you. He honors our traditions. Anyway, what has been going on?
I think I might have determined the location of the rat's nest in the sewers, but
Excellent. We should go kill them.
well, I just don't know how this all connects together. Is the thing still? There's
Easy.
definitely a lot more going on. It's just a bit. I'm missing
seems
the dots, basically.
also seems like they're looking for that white rat that escaped yesterday. What did you call it? A grey seer?
A gray seer. That's what the old man at the Rat Catchers Guild told me it was called.
You know about them?
Yes.
Not at all. The only thing I know is that they are a type of wizard, and they are very, very dangerous if left alone.
Well, we definitely need.
Just a note,
beast.
Runk's familiarity with this subject. You don't actually know what a Grey Seer is yourself. All you know is that among the Skaven there are those that wield magical power, and they can summon terrible, evil like magic that will disintegrate people and turn machines to dust and cause all sorts of absolute havoc, and they're not fun at all.
Okay, cool. Because my next point was going to be when I said yes was DM. What do I know?
Well,
So-
there you go.
Yep.
So there's three ways we could at least tackle this right now, gentlemen. There's the Tugans and his plot that he has going on. Like I said, I don't understand
Speaking of Councillor Tugan, we're told there was a crowd here before, and the gentleman leading it, he was good friends with the brother of Councillor Tugan. I suggest if you want to investigate him, he would be a good place to start.
Yeah, I was going to say is we could see about talking to this crazed friend of the dead brother and maybe find more about Counselor Tugan. We could, secondly, this is the second option, we could raid the nest sometime today, like get rest up, patched up, tender wounds a little bit, and head back down into the nest and see if we can deal with it ourselves. But I don't know how large this nest is, and I don't know how many would be in there if we were to find it.
You're only encouraging Runk.
Well,
Grunk, do you know how large these nests can be?
Big enough that I could handle it without you, Bretonian.
He doesn't need a skill test to say that.
Honestly, I was more going for intimidate. I have no idea, but nonetheless.
I was more getting at the point that should we hire help, but given Runk's confident answer so that he can handle it alone, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think this is right.
I don't think we should go in that nest of all things.
Yeah, what we should do is let's go the creepy guy. You did promise me.
the third option I was going to say is we could just try to find the gray one ourselves ahead of these rats, and maybe deal with the situation before it gets too crazy. Because if they find the gray one and they move their nest, then we might be in some serious trouble. But if we find him first and deal with him before he can reconnect with the others, then we might be in a little bit of luck. But
I hate to say it, but I agree with the elf.
None of us are that good at tracking, are we? You think it might be an idea to see if there's a local mercenary guild with some trackers to help us? Could probably use the assistance.
Isn't Whistle the tracker?
I turn to look at Whittled, questioning look in my eye.
Say again, sorry, I had a bit of a hiccup there for Mike.
You a tracker?
You're a tracker?
You have any skill at tracking things?
I mean, I'm pretty good dab-handed at navigating, but not necessarily tracking. Sort of some of it can cross.
Yeah, he knows the road like the back of his hand.
I'm not too bad at tracking myself. But the issue is like we don't know where this rat has gone, and it could be very, very deep into the sewers already. There's those
could be
tunnels.
the creepy guy's house, which we did say, like, let's break in.
Yeah,
I think it was your idea, wasn't it?
I do agree that maybe we should figure out what the Counselor Tugan is up to, but there's also just the idea that we could.
There is also, of course, the possibility that that meeting at sunset might be taking place today, or it might have happened yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want to be in on that, surely.
So.
Well, here's an idea then. Runk, you seem like you're badly injured. Why don't you rest up so that you're prepared for later, should we need you? Whilst Whittled and Kern, you investigate Councillor Tugan, and I'll go see if we can find a tracker to scout the sewers.
Sounds fun.
I
mean,
I'm going to completely ignore everything he says and just continue staring at Antarius and Whittled.
Question out of character, Lee. Would Antarius know how active the rats are during the day and night? Like, are they more active during the day, or are they?
You know that they're nocturnal creatures, but as far as whether or not they operate during the day, you don't know.
Okay. So, Antarius speaks up again, and he starts to mention. So, these rats are very more nocturnal, so it may be easier to assault them in the morning time because they might be sleeping. But what time is it like right now? It's
probably about 1 o'clock.
Around 1 o'clock. So we have a few hours still to try to see if we could find these rats and try to ambush them while they're still asleep in their base, or we could wait and just try to rest up and prepare ourselves for trying to track the gray one instead. But if we do that, I would
if that meeting though is tonight, we miss it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we try to track the Grey Seer, I don't think he'll be moving in the daytime, so we might even miss him wherever he's going to be. And if we're buying a tracker, like the help of a tracker, then that might take a little bit longer, and then the rat might start moving again at that time. So
there's also the chance that we're in the sewers after sundown, still looking and all completely unaware.
That's another thing that I'm worried about too, is if we go down there in the evening and then we're dealing with whole patrols, it'll be a lot harder to find this rat. So
there's another thing to consider as well, like literally just got cleaned. You really don't want to go down the sewer. Okay.
I would say if we do, and even if we do want to attempt the raid on the rat base, then we would need some sort of method of dealing with large amounts of them, like some sort of explosive barrels or something that could just make a lot of fire would help a lot, because they're scared of fire, and it might convince a lot of them to flee.
We could get a lot of oil, because that would float on the sewage and set that aflame. Then we can just bottleneck them. It doesn't matter how many there are if they can only come as one at a time.
Do you mean the oil barrels will float on the water?
No, I mean if you pour oil into water, it floats, and then you
No,
can
it
set
doesn't.
that to light.
What are you talking about? No, it doesn't. It all mixes together. Why would it flow? It mixes together, right?
But
like you never had like.
Surely Whittle isn't this much of a moron.
Yeah, you've had a drink where you mix two things together. One doesn't float on the other; it all mixes up.
At the moment, I'm content to...
Whittled role-playing that 32 intelligence.
32 intelligence isn't that dumb, though, for a human, is it? It's about average.
Yeah, but have you ever had whiskey and milk? That doesn't split apart. It's all nonsense.
Trust me, it's a common battlefield technology. Battlefield technique.
So,
tactic.
I just have to ask everyone, what do we all want to do? Do we want to... I don't think we can try to do all three things. I think we could do, at best, 2 of them before trying that out.
This is...
There's also the Grand Melee!
The Grand Melee.
Here's what I'm saying. Let's not doing the melee, we're not doing anything else. We're going to go rest, and then we're going to go and infiltrate that place, and then we're going to catch a creep and then Red Root's doing. Everything else can wait. It's not time dependent. But that one is.
The only thing that I have worries about is I don't know whatever Counselor Tugan is up to is related to the rats. It might be.
This is what we're going to do then, Antares. That you are going to go there now with any other dancers. You're going to knock on his door and have 1 2-minute conversation, and then you're going to come back and agree with me. I'm telling you, anyone who doubts me, just go and talk to the guy, and then you'll know he's in here.
Right, but we need evidence to press against him because he's still a citizen of the Empire.
Yeah, that's why we catch him at it. We'll just catch him at it, whatever he's doing.
Well, like I said,
Then it would be our word against his.
right.
And from all
Yeah,
accounts,
we'll
he's a
rub it around
respected
with
member of the Merchant Guild.
Right. That's a way to hurt all of our reputations and make us seem like madmen for the most part.
What reputation?
And it sounds like, look, just go and have one conversation with him. Do it, please, for me. Go and have one conversation with him. You're going to come back and you go, hope, yeah, by all rights, you're right.
I mean, I really...
Whittled,
I really
Whittled, are you confident this guy is evil?
You guys need a burglar?
Yeah, like, I mean, everything. Yeah, I would put all my money on the fact that he's involved in evil.
And I believe you. I think we should probably investigate Councillor Tugan at the earliest opportunity.
When we rest up, I can get into his house.
There you go.
Don't forget.
like-
So it's the middle of the afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know that the Grand Melee is probably going to take place at about somewhere between 2:30 and 3. You have several leads. You have Councillor Tugan's meeting, which might be happening at sundown, or might have already happened yesterday. You have this grey rat that you're not sure where it is or how you're going to find it, but it's out there somewhere. You have the approximate location of the Skaven nest. And you have this madman that once upon a time knew the deceased brother of Councillor Tugan, Carl Tugan, as his deceased brother was known. Finally, you also know that the corpse of Gottry, what happened to him, is consistent with what has happened to numerous other bodies that have been found and taken to the Temple of Mor.
So many threads, so little time.
Okay. And
So-
Tarius,
Yeah.
why don't you go find and talk to the friend of the brother of Councillor Tugan? I'll go and hire some scouts to see if they can track down the grey rat and scout out that nest so we have numbers. Runk, you do you. And Whittled and Kern, you can scout out Councillor Tugan's and see if there are any signs that they're preparing for a meeting this evening. And then we'll meet in the general location at dusk. And tomorrow in the morning, hopefully the scouts will have returned and we can track down the rat and then go after the nest.
Anyone hear a particularly long farting noise?
This is the most this is literally like Mean Girls, but it's a Slayer. Like, you can't sit with us. We wear orange on Wednesday.
Well,
so
Get in, loser. We're going rat slay.
I would say we should, at the very least, if you guys want to participate in the melee, by all means, go ahead. Because we participated in our joust, and you all did sign up for the melee. I don't think these rat nests is really going anywhere by the end of tonight or tomorrow, for that matter. But I would say that I can go talk to this madman, I guess, and see if I can find out anything from him.
Morsleb is in the sky. We should destroy the rat nest as soon as possible. Not to mention the fact I have already proved myself in combat against multiple opponents. It's not like I need to prove any more, unlike certain others.
Okay, so let me ask this: do we want to try to tackle the rat nest tonight?
No.
Just since we know the location, we can, for more or less, just get a whole bunch of oil and prepare to just blow the living hell out of it. And
I'm
see
not
what
going
happens.
back in those sewers or anywhere near those rats. If there's more of them and there's a nest of them, I don't want anywhere near that.
Well, then you can stay and you can try to see if or spy upon the meeting of Councillor Tugan while we handle that.
you know what? Me and Kern, we can do that. Like,
Yeah.
Three men against a rat nest.
Yeah.
3 men and 1 dwarf.
It's go to the pub and play there, right?
So, you two want to stay and try to sneak into the Council of Chugin's meeting. That's
I think
fine.
that's more suited to our skills.
I'll agree with that. Runk, Lorne, do we want to hire help to see if we can convince them to help us into dealing with the rat nest? We don't tell them that we found this rat nest. We just kind of tell them that we're trying to find something within the sewers, and we just lead them there.
Lorne will need help in combat. I think it's probably advisable.
I think we'll all need help if we're dealing within the massive rat nest. Just the 3 of us?
I doubt it.
Can you make a copy of that map?
Sure, but it'll take me some time.
Can you not do a quick copy? Do you not have any ink and quick? Yeah.
I do have.
Antarius would probably need about half an hour to 45 minutes of free time and a quiet space to do it.
Yeah.
Because if we do get help, they would probably want the map to that location, so we can guide them to the general.
I mean, can we even afford help? Like, do you have money to spare?
I should be able to afford plenty of assistance in tracking down whatever is under there.
Well, mostly I would just say we would need some swords, like 2 extra swords to replace what's old and current.
Yeah.
And then
I think if we're planning on making a bottleneck, we'd want archers so I can tank the hits from the front, and Runk can just run around slaying things, and we have people just picking off those that try to flank.
Right, but then there's also the idea that these people might run as soon as they see the rats. So, dude.
Well, I'm sure there's mercenaries somewhere in this city enjoying the festivities.
Right, but it's not very. Most people would run from just seeing giant rat-like humans. You know what I'm saying? Even I wanted to run. We were down there. I was terrified. Don't ever want to go back down there, but here we are talking about going back down there. We could at least try, if just to have some extra men against whatever's down there. I think that'll help a lot. And then I would, like I said, I would also recommend buying at least a couple barrels of oil, and we can just bring them down there while you go to hire your men, basically.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a plan? Is everyone on board with what I'm saying?
I'm on board with that. Let's meet with Kern and Withold in the evening, because I'm sure they'll be near Council of Tugans.
Well, no, the evening is when we meet.
We'll just meet up at the Bear Belly whenever we can. But I can make you that copy of the map, and you can show the potential sellswords where we're going with this.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Just so that I know for my own notes, I'm just going to write these down a little bit. Where is it? Here we go. So, Lorne is planning to hire mercenaries, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and you want them to help out with the rat nest.
Right,
but you're not telling them that.
Yeah,
No.
we're just saying, like, hey, there's something that, like, we're trying to hunt something in these sewers. Do you want to come with us?
Okay. What is Runk? What are you doing?
When are we planning on going after these rats?
Tomorrow morning, I would assume.
In that case, then I want to get as long as rest as possible, basically.
Okay, so are you not taking part in the melee, and instead you're going to get a long rest?
Yeah, as much as humanly possible, basically.
Yeah, I'm not taking part in the melee either.
But I'd
no.
also like to wander past that medic tent and see if it's still there. Try and get some more potions. If not, yeah.
Okay. I think she said that she was leaving that day.
Yeah, she said she was.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was leaving. She said she was leaving today, but I don't know if that's happened or not yet. You know what I mean?
Let's find out quickly. She's still there.
Okay, well, my plan is then to walk past her, grab some more potions, then go set up my tent, or go to the Bear Belly and get a long rest as much as possible.
Okay, that will be fine. You can purchase up to 3 potions from her at their standard value from the book.
Or
she
3
has
total or 3 of each?
3 total. She doesn't have very much stock left.
No problem.
So that's what Runk's doing. Kernt?
Yeah.
Are you planning to spy on the meeting, or are you going to the rat nest?
Oh, I'll be spying with Lex.
If it even happens.
If it even happens.
Yeah, we're
If
gonna-
not, then we just grab a beer and call it a night. Have a nice rest.
Whittle's
My
doing the
plan
same thing.
was Yeah, my plan was to
Is anybody going to investigate the crazy guy?
I'll probably be talking to the crazy guy, yeah. And then after I talk to him, I'll be making a map for Witzel and then seeing if I can buy oil, like oil barrels. After
Oh,
that.
I was going to get the oil after dealing with the mercenaries.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to do that, then I can talk to the crazy guy and get the map ready for you, in that order, particularly, just because I know which way he ran off to, and I can kind of easily find him, hopefully. So.
Yeah, I don't think it would be wise for me to talk to him after slapping him in the face.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, that is fine. So that's actually going to bring us to the end of the session here. So I'm going to award you all 20 experience.
Okay.
Oh. Pretty. Shiny.
And we're going to start with Wundy for who you think is the best role player today.
Brunk.
Runk, okay. Lewis?
Much as I hate to say it, I think I have to go for Lorne. For sticking by his guns.
It's okay to respect someone's character OOC, even if you hate them in character.
No. I need at least half an hour to separate the two in my head. So.
Okay. Quinn?
I'm going to do. Runk.
Okay. Ben?
I'm going to go with Kern, the amazing character development of him charging into combat.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sort of tied between that, and I also like Antares' like quiet, gentle leadership slowly coming to. So I guess I'll go Kern. Vote for Antares is just throwing my vote away, and I'm a Lib Dem. I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, baby, split or steal. Send me them PMs.
Who's it against?
Against Kern.
You know exactly where this is going.
You know he's going to steal. The question is.
Am I?
Yes, you definitely are.
Tell me the job, so he steals English taxpayer money all the time.
You know he's a Tory.
Me? No. Who? No. I
Kern.
didn't know there was Scottish Tories. There's like, what, 8 of them?
No
What have we
idea.
got? Kern, congratulations, you have 20 XP.
Nice.
Oh, damn it, Kern!
You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to
Love it, I love it.
Oh, that's the best part. Of that's the best part of the session. That is, I love that.
Not our amazing RP.
You know how I hate Lorne in character.
You hate Quinn out of character.
Yeah, I hate Quinn out of character.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. So yeah, that's the end of session 10, I believe. So I would like to make a formal announcement that this is now the second longest campaign I've ever run.
Nice.
Is it actually?
Yep.
It's the first me and Pete's one.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so I think in another 4 or 5 sessions, this becomes the longest campaign I've run.
Yeah, it's going.
How much XP did we get other than that?
So you gain. Everyone gained 70 in total today.
Yeah.
Right, Liam. Does that count as a outnumbered fight?
Yes.
Okay, so what do I get for personal ambition short term?
Short term, I believe it's 50 XP.
50. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right.
I don't know, but I've just hit 1,000 XP, boys.
Ooh.
Big.
God, you're 120 ahead of me.
Okay, I need to think of a new one for next time.
That's a whole session.
I've just hit the 1,000 as well. 1,000.
Yeah, I'm exactly on 1,000.
Oh wow, I had it.
I have 120 to spend.
Somewhere along the line, I lost the second. Oh no, I was only on 5 out of 6. I was on 6. I can't remember. Oh no, I think I lost 2 for.
Okay, that was a
That was a good one.
session.
All right, that's it.